They're remodeling the room next to mine.
Deep in the woods where the shadows creep, three voices haunt what most won't believe. LBL nights and Talladega pines, tracking strange things between the lines.
Misty sees ghosts in the midnight haze,
Grows remedies in garden rose rays.
pine straw sprite and animals too.
She knows the woods better than you. Greg made peace with the boogers one night. Now they steal his deer clean out of sight. Spencer studies every sound and track. Don't say dog man,
He ain't having that.
they hear your stories from across the land,
Campfire truth.
from everyday man. And now let's join Squirrel, the Possum, and Big Chief.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to, we're in Woodwalkers today. All right. So we are going to do a 3-part series, maybe 4, as Misty calls it, the origins. So there's a lot of stuff, even though we're good friends, I don't know how they got together. I'm not even sure how I got here. So we may find that out. I'll ask them questions, but we're going to welcome in the Woodwalkers, Spencer, Misty, and Greg. And we're going to let the weirdo in. Shut up, Hillary. I'm Spencer today, so I'll tell everybody shut up. But we'll, yes, it's the right channel, Robert. We'll get everybody in here, and we're going to talk to Misty about, how she got into this and how she met everybody. And we're going to wind her up and turn her loose. So y'all get ready and bring them on in, Spencer.
Who did the comment thing on Roger's?
Hang on, I'll turn it off.
Who let the weirdo in? That was Hillary.
Well, hey, y'all.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, y'all.
Y'all, I didn't know if I was going to get back in. Y'all dang lightning hit out here. My power went off. The internet shut down and everything. I don't know. It just came right back on.
Oh, wow.
Add that to the list.
It's a omen.
High strangeness.
Good thing you wasn't outside.
Exactly.
So welcome everybody to the show. I don't know what the show is. It's I guess Woodwalking Holler today.
Look, hold
Yeah.
on. Wait.
But hey everybody. So what we're gonna do, Spencer's in charge of the questions. So y'all know how to do it. If you have questions for Misty, we're talking to her today. And just put it in all caps for Spencer, and then we'll get to them when we can. Some of them maybe right away, but so thank y'all for being here today. This is kind of weird, but I made a thumbnail to go behind me, and it didn't show up. Spencer, show them what the thumbnail is supposed to look like.
Upper top 5.
Yeah. Oh my God. Y'all, if y'all haven't watched Night Owls and that episode, which I know most of y'all have, Spencer, who, I have watched that thing probably half a dozen times or listened to it going down the road, and it's dangerous because I know a lot of people that are new don't understand. It's the 3rd or 4th Night Owls episode. Go check that out. And glad to see Wendell back. What happened, Wendell?
I got the power of the timeout button.
Yeah, Spencer has the red button.
He thought for a second, though, you was gone.
So he was wanting to test how long it would time out people. So he picked Wendell as a test subject. Wendell, how long were you gone? What was we're gonna? Yeah, we can. We'll get to that. But I guess starting out, Misty's nervous, y'all. She always acts nervous. But just if you could, just tell us. I know a lot of us have had weird things happening from an early age, and it leads, you know, you have questions like, why me? What does this mean? And it leads you to all of these weird people that are here with us now that feel like family because of the same type of encounters or, you know, living in a haunted house. Misty, let's start from the beginning of when things started happening.
I don't. You better take me off here right now. You know better. Don't get me started already.
Crystal says, whose show is this? We don't really know. So just go.
Okay, look, thank you guys. I absolutely love this shirt. Crystal and Solomon sent me this. Y'all gotta see it. Look.
You wouldn't understand. That's the best part.
That's awesome.
It's like Misty won't say anything. Like we'll have our text thread going and it's crickets, and all of a sudden here she comes like a bolt of lightning, and everybody wakes up to 300 or 400 missed messages. It was Misty and me last night. I guess we were bored, but it's so funny.
That's kind of why I didn't get pictures together too. Sorry.
No,
I bought Roger. He was chatty.
Yeah, look, I mean, no joke. I mean, was out here cooking up those pork cracklings, and I look at my phone, and there's like 87 messages that I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, they was blowing it up.
Well, I met somebody that, you know, has had some encounters, and he's like, dude, can I get your phone number when we talk? I said, yeah, don't call me because my phone's turned down. And the reason for that is the messages. The first night, it's a true story. I went and put my phone in a boot in another room. I didn't know how to turn the phone sound off. So I said, just text me first and I'll call you back.
Oh.
So, Misty, what are you drinking? Pond water?
Yep.
Y'all don't make fun of my drink today.
I don't know what
it's
that
a big
is.
one. I get thirsty when I get nervous.
I drink a lot of Lipton green tea, and that's not Lipton green tea. I can tell you right now.
That's infused with something.
I guarantee it's got a sedative in it of some kind.
Yeah. Exactly.
and sediment. I don't know what that is on the bottom of it. You need to shake it up a little bit.
Oops.
I've seen self-respecting frogs that wouldn't live in that.
Juju juice.
Yes.
All right.
What do y'all want from me?
We just this is your idea, origin story.
She's starting out
like
no, listen, let me tell you how this happened. This was Spencer's idea to do this, which was a really good idea. That way everybody, you know, everybody already kind of know how we got here, especially on our own channel. But it shouldn't have started with me. We should have started with Spencer.
Tell them why we had to do you first.
Because I told JR, y'all know me too well, and you know exactly what the heck would have happened. And you said that if I didn't go first, that y'all would have went, and then I would have felt some excuse to get out of it.
Yep, exactly. And I don't get it because once she takes off, Spencer and Greg, y'all know she's good at this. She holds back. I think she's so used to like, don't ask, don't tell, don't be a snitch. Don't know. She's scared to talk about things. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I believe at our ages now, the statute of limitations.
I ate my honey buns. Thank you very much. I didn't
collect them. She took her Miranda rights to heart, baby.
Yeah.
Growing up in Upper Pod 5, where snitches got stitches, she learned that lesson the hard way, and even now she just won't talk unless you cattle proding her.
I know.
But she wasn't gonna wind up in ditches.
Yeah. And it's you know, and it's all how you grow up, and
y'all
that's
got me crying already.
Well, that's okay. We're here for you.
Yes. You got bail money.
Yeah.
What everybody is about to see is either going to be like a great idea that really paid off, or it's going to be a shit show. And this might as well be another Night Owls episode. We'll see.
Maybe a combination of all.
Hey,
So
listen, if the people watch the show, they already know we can't have one that stays on the tracks. I mean, if it does, it at least gets a little wobble to it. So it is what it is. I apologize ahead of time.
I was on one night. We were going to do that effect. What'd you call it? The
Mandela
effect. Hell, I still don't know what it is. Oh, mate. Well,
hey,
see,
that's
a lot
how
of
we
us
roll here, Roger.
Well, I understand. A lot of us. It took me a long time before I would talk about some of this stuff. And once I started, I'm like, oh hell, it's out there now, so let's roll. And but I do understand. You know, growing up, we didn't talk a lot about anything hardly. And if you messed up, you got you got a belt or whatever. And I've had to cut my own switches. So finally I got old enough.
I ain't got many whippings in my lifetime. But I've had
I
a
can
few.
believe it. But how many whippings have you given out?
To my
Where did
kids?
you go? No. When you were younger, I'm sure you were
Where'd
pretty
you
tough.
go, Roger?
Hey, Misty left. Was Misty in prison? No, Rusty, she wasn't. Well, she says she wasn't. But her school had upper pod 5s and 4s and lower pods and a razor wire fence and guard dogs and so we're not sure.
Hey,
we're
we
not
wasn't
sure.
closed.
We kept calling that
We
one
had
day.
a guard shack with a guard.
Yeah, look, she kept talking about their principal, and it sounded really like a warden.
Yeah, and it got to the point where if you go back and watch that episode, Greg and I were like, "What? Upper pod 5?" And then he asked me, we have stuff like that in my school? I said, no, it was a regular high school. So
yeah, the graduation sounded like somebody getting paroled.
If it quacks like a duck, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You walk
right.
across stage and get your release papers.
Exactly.
Yeah, you did. You didn't graduate. You got
release papers.
I don't know nothing about that. Anyways.
Well, drink some more of that pond water and let's get going.
Let's do it.
Spencer's like, what's going on here?
I've never got green tea. I've never had green tea that had leaves in the bottom.
I've never had the organic witch's brew that she makes.
Hey, with all the weeds that she has outside, there's no telling what that is.
Let's not leave out. It's about time for her to kick into eating her yard salads every day.
Yeah,
Already been doing it. Thank you very much.
With that moonshine glaze.
Yes.
All right, Misty.
Roger.
Are you going, Spencer?
Nope.
I need some help.
Nope. It's hard to wrangle them, ain't it?
I'm telling
you. Yeah, I know what it is.
You should have known this was going to be a shit show. I don't know what you expected.
I
invited Roger to it.
I expected you to respect Roger's authority and get going.
No, this was more like, hey, the bus is spinning. Roger, lay under the wheel.
Okay, hey, look.
Roger took a lesson from that deer. He's just going to slow roll under the bus.
We still got time, but this is officially the worst interview ever.
Right? We can pull it off. We can pull it off. This is the opening salvo.
Oh my god!
All right, I'm ready. I got this. What do you want to know?
Now, we want to know about you and how you got into this and how you grew up and the plan is to lead up to how you met this group. An origin story has to start with the origin. So,
well, obviously, they ain't nothing been normal about my life, or I wouldn't be here with you all.
She start off.
Bigfoot was real. So
just go from the point of like I was born a poor pasty child, and just go from there.
And you can talk like
I
Nail.
was the first blue-eyed, blonde-haired baby born in the family.
There you go.
I blue-eyed boy and family.
Just a swaying in
First
the wind.
grandbaby. I see y'all get me distracted. I don't know what you expect from me.
Y'all, look, I'm gonna go back and watch that movie Nail one more time.
I wish everybody could read the comments. I can't even look at them. But if
we're gonna have to redo this show.
We get a do-over.
These comments are great. I'm sorry. Okay.
So Greg, how'd you meet Misty? Let's change gears a little bit.
Roger, will you let me talk? Ask me a question. You won't let me finish.
All right, go ahead. I'll be quiet.
Started off as a felony raid, and then there she was.
Oh gosh.
And there she stood.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I really don't know. Like the way our house is, like we've got like family land. Now y'all look, y'all done gave me a daggone eye twitch. Can you see that?
It was there.
Oh my God.
Man.
You just noticed it.
You've already gave me an eye twitch and we eat like 10 minutes in.
I would suggest quit drinking that stuff in that bottle. I'm glad everybody's feeling sorry for the interviewer. And thank y'all for taking my time.
Oh man.
Oh gosh, y'all. Okay, now okay, serious.
Spencer's fault.
All right. How it is, this is how it all got started or whatever. Like I was probably about 4 or 5 years old, I guess, is about the age I remember starting to kind of see and hear whatever. Well, my mama and papa's house is right here. Then my great grandma's Spencer.
You didn't start seeing or hearing until age 4 or 5.
What do you remember being like 6 months old? Because I sure shit don't.
I don't remember it, but I'm pretty sure I could see and hear things before the age of 5.
Oh God. Got one up with Spencer.
I'm going to go ahead and apologize again.
She was Helen Keller up till 5, and then it just all went away.
I can't breathe.
You should have seen it in color.
Her mom's like, it's a miracle. Have 5.
Spencer, I'm gonna pass out. Shut up.
Well, like Leanne said, baby squirrels may, go to a different pace.
Oh, God damn.
Robert, you want to come on and interview Misty?
Spencer, she got to throw down her cane and go.
A second, I can't breathe.
It's a miracle.
3D, you have it, guys. This explains a lot, actually.
I don't know how you expect me to say anything Oh man. Okay. Listen, let me rephrase that there then, Spencer. I apologize. I can actually hear from the time I was born and see things, I suppose.
How do you know you didn't remember anything until you were 3?
But I did not see anything weird until I started seeing stuff come out from underneath the bed, out of the corner of my room, out of the nothing, literally out of nothing. So there, Mr. Word Police, is there anything else I need to phrase right quick before we get started back?
Well, look, Misty, we all know you. If you're snorting cocaine, you don't have to turn the camera on.
No, Roger, look, I'm sitting here with a rolled up paper towel because I'm crying.
Well, that's fine.
I'm trying to wipe my eyes. But if y'all want to see, I'll show you.
We're good. Now we know the rest of the story.
It should look. Right. You should. You messed up. We need to start. you're supposed to start it off with once upon a time, and you left that part. You're supposed to start it off with once upon a time, and you left that part off.
We don't know when that was, though.
Once upon a time makes it sound like I'm telling a lie, and I got no lies to tell.
Let's see.
Oh,
me.
I mean, listen. This is what happened. Spencer, I'm going to tell you now.
Oh, my God.
I don't remember if... I might have to block him all out. I don't remember if I seen something come up from beside the bed first, or if I wound up actually seeing something that it was a dark and stormy night. Could have been. It was dark. I don't know about the stormy, but I know it was scary as shit. Something come up. Outfit was a pale crawler. I don't know. I have no clue. All I know is that I was laying. I have to explain how the house is first for it to make sense. Our land's connected, and I've seen stuff at my mom and papa's house, and then I've seen stuff at my mom and dad's house. Well, before they remodeled the house, they're actually, it was super, super tiny, just an old block house. It was my great-grandparents. Sherry had experienced stuff there about 30 years before, I guess maybe before I was even born, and it actually happened to be the exact same thing that I seen, and I didn't even find out about that until a few years ago. In the same room, same way, everything. Something, I don't remember seeing a face. I don't know what the face looked like. I don't know if I looked at it and I just can't remember. All I remember seeing is like the torso and the arms. And whatever it was came up out of the floor or out from underneath the bed and like rose up beside the bed. And it looked pale. I mean, it was like way whiter than Spencer, and that's saying a lot. It was about the color of his shirt, I guess. Oh, thank you, Gary. I didn't have to do that.
Thank you, Gary.
But
Gary.
That was in my mom and dad's room. But the way it was, our bedrooms were actually connected, and the bathroom and everything was all kind of right there in one corner. I slept in the front room in a day bed. And so, like I said, I don't remember which one happened first, but the next thing that happened was I had like a portal is the only thing I know, the only way I can explain it. Yep. And it just got really hot in the bedroom, like really, really hot, and woke me up. And I was laying on my back the way the bed was and was looking up at the corner. And it almost looked like looking through gas fumes. And it's like it just got bigger and bigger and bigger, and it just got hotter and hotter in the room. And the next thing I know, I see something black come through. It like pokes through, and it's like it's making a cut or something in the gas fumes, like dragging its finger through it. And as it's doing this, the gas fumes are spreading down with its finger, like making this thing bigger. And it goes all the way down, and then hands come through it like that and open this up. And the only thing I can describe it as, I'm sorry, excuse me, is the devil. That's exactly what it looked like to me that came out. It was red, it had horns, it was huge, muscly, long fingers, long black fingernails, and I could see every vein in its hands. It's like they were swollen. You know how like a bodybuilder or something like that gets like really big veins all up its arms, down. I mean, it was just covered in these just big swollen veins. And it walks over to the bed. My mom and dad's literally like feet away, and I can't even say anything. I can't move. I can't get out of bed. I can't scream. I can't even look or turn my head. It's like I had sleep paralysis, and I can only communicate and look at this thing that's in there. And it walked up to the bed, and it come over and it leaned over me, and it told me that it was time to go. And I said, I'm not going anywhere. And it said, yeah, it's time to go. You belong to me. And I said, I'm not going anywhere with you. And I'm crying. I know I'm crying, but it's like I'm terrified, but I can't. It's like I have to communicate with it. And so it finally started. It's like he started getting mad, and he reached down and he literally grabbed me by my arm and was pulling on me, telling me that I belonged to him and it was time to go. And that was it. You know, there was no getting around it. And I started praying. And at the time I was little, you know, I didn't grow up in church or anything like that. And so the only thing I knew was like the bedtime prayer or whatever. And so I just started repeating it and started just, you know, saying, you know, just asking Jesus, please, just, you know, please help me. And he got really, really mad. And it's like he jerked my arm as he was jerking away from me and left scratches down my arm. And I told my mom and him about it. He walked back in the thing, and it's like it just, as soon as he walked through it, it done just what it done when he came out. It closed back and then went down like that and just like shrunk back up until it was just gone. The room cooled down. I was able to get up. I could move. I could go in the bedroom where mom and dad was, and, you know, was able to wake them up and tell them what was going on. And she just told me that I was having a bad dream to go back to sleep. Well, the next day she told me that I must have scratched myself while I was sleeping. My mom's never seen anything. I mean, even though Sherry has, and, you know, some of the other people in our family, it's mostly just the women that ever experience anything. And I do have an Uncle Mike, which is Sherry's brother. He also seen the devil come up out of a pond, pretty much same land that, you know, our family owned.
After you prayed, did you ever see that again after you prayed and it left?
Well, it's weird, Roger, because I never seen that again, not like that, but I would have dreams with him in it this time. Mm-hmm. And it's like, it would be dreams, but they would be so real. And I'll tell you about that here in just a second. I'm sorry. Hold on just a second. So, okay, after that happened, I didn't experience none of that or whatever. And I would see a little bit of stuff over at my mama and papa's house, which, like I said, was right next door, probably, I don't know, maybe 30, 35 foot away. It was weird. I don't know. I'm not going to say that I wasn't dreaming, but it was only happened in the room that was the front bedroom, which is now kind of part of the living room. I wasn't scared of it at all. It's actually kind of weird, but it was a skeleton. And I don't remember if something bad was happening and I was like upset or what was going on, but this thing didn't scare me, but it's like there was a skeleton dancing around the room. And this thing, seriously, it had a mohawk and it just danced around the bedroom and just all around the bed, but I wasn't scared of it. But I didn't interact with it. You know what I mean? And it didn't stay long. It only just, it's like it just went back and forth just a few times, like in the air, just like dancing around. And then it was gone. Well,
what?
Go ahead.
Well, so when you said it was dancing, can you describe the dance? Was it kind of like a Native American stomp dance, or was it something crazy?
No, it's like a cartoon. You know how like when you see skeletons on an old cartoon, how they would be just like kind of frailing everywhere or whatever. That's kind of the way this was. But it's like it wasn't trying to scare me. It's like it was, I don't know. I don't know if it was trying to get me to trust it or what, but I'm trying to think of what happened after that. Well, I've had so much stuff happen, and y'all know how it is. If you don't write none of this down, which I don't keep up with any of it, I didn't care to keep up with any of it. I still don't document nothing. I just, but I used to have deja vu all the time as a kid. I would dream stuff and tell my mom, you know, like, hey, I dreamed so-and-so was going to move in with us or this or that. And they were like, why would your cousin be moving in? Well, 2 months later, he moved in with us and got a job working with my dad on the railroad. And it's like, just weird stuff like that. And, I'm going to say this, and I'm not claiming that it's a spaceship or nothing like that, but same house, my mom and dad's place or whatever, when I was probably about 12, maybe, I had a girlfriend over here, neighbor girl, that me and her hung out every day after school. And she was over laying on the trampoline with me, and we were just laying there talking and kind of, laying on our backs looking up. Well, there was a set of trees up on the hill right here where the field is, where the horses are. And it makes like a bowl, kind of like this, how the trees set. Well, this thing was sitting right in between that. And it was literally just sitting there. Wasn't no sound, no movement, no nothing. And we laid there for, I bet you probably anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes just talking and looking at this thing. And it never moved. And we were like, why is that not, if it's a plane, why is it not going anywhere. So we went in to go get my mom. And as soon as we went in and got her and come straight back out, it was gone. That had been there that whole time. And then it was just gone when we come back out. So I don't know what it was, but it wasn't round. It was kind of silverish color, grayish looking, but it was more of like what you would think like just the, I don't know, like disc shape, I guess. I don't know. I don't know about UFOs.
The reason I asked you about, did you see it again? My dad told me a story years ago. They grew up in a house similar to what you just described, and so the bedroom they were in, there was a doorway with no door, and it went to his mom's bedroom. But he said he was laying there.
Did both doors connect, Roger? These didn't have no doors either.
Yeah, you could walk all the way around that house.
Bedrooms with no doors.
Yeah, you could walk all the way through the house and never have to open a door. Living room, kitchen, bedrooms, and they all were connected. So, but yeah. he said that he was laying there thinking one night, and he saw the devil, and he told him kind of the similar thing, and he remembered an adult told him if anything ever happened, and he didn't know why they told him this. He said, "You're in Jesus' name, you're not welcome here. You need to leave." And said it looked mad and it left. And he was always scared, but it never came back. And my dad was one of those people that didn't talk about stuff like that. And the fact that he told me one time was like, I was more surprised that he admitted to it, but I'm glad he did. And that's good information for folks to have. If you get in a situation like that, just start praying, because it works.
It's worked every time I've had to use it, and every time I've ever heard anybody else say they've had to use it.
Mm-hmm.
So I know other people in the family, saw things. Did anybody talk about it much? Any of your parents? I know everybody wasn't.
That I don't really know, Roger. I'm not really sure about that because, I don't remember, because I never told anybody but Mom. And it got to the point to where if I would say anything about it, it was always I was dreaming or something like that, because she didn't understand it because she never experienced anything. Yeah. And so I just quit saying anything about it. And I don't know that I've ever even said anything to Sherry or Donna or anybody like that whenever I was little. I may have, I don't really know. I don't remember. But after I, said something a few times or whatever, I thought, well, maybe I am dreaming and I don't realize, I was a kid. I didn't know. I was just doing what I was told and thinking that I was dreaming.
Yeah. It's confusing when you're young. When I had the reoccurring nightmare 3 or 4 times a week, it got to the point where I could feel it coming. You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain that, but I knew it was going to be a bad night. And that's the thing. What it taught me was if a kid tells you something, listen, because I didn't have any adults that would listen. And that's even worse. You're trying to tell them, I got my butt whipped for jumping in bed with my mom and dad, like, get back in there. And I'm like, no. And, years later, you get to talking to the older folks, and some of them admit, well, I had things happen too. That particular house was, there was always something happen, but they didn't want to scare us. But crap, we're right in the middle of it. Talk to them. That at least it'll make them feel acknowledged and they're not experiencing this stuff by themselves. So that's kind of what it taught me. So, it is a lonely feeling, and if you don't understand it, I've had that happen. I've had the deja vus. I did finally ask for it to go away, and it did for the most part. But what do you think now that you're 27 and a half? What?
Well, I'm actually 29, but I appreciate that.
Right. So what do you think is different about you and people who have these experiences and others don't?
Honestly, I think a lot of it has to do with people that stems from childhood trauma. I think your body literally goes into fight or flight mode, and you learn to recognize every detail, every signal, just everything that it could possibly put you in harm, or you get what I'm saying. Like, I've talked to, and that doesn't mean everybody. I think it's generational too. I think certain bloodlines, certain generations, stuff like that have it just naturally. But I think a lot of times people that have it, because I grew up having a rough childhood. I ain't gonna lie. Like, it wasn't easy for me or my mom or my dad, really. I mean, but even though he's the one that kind of made it rough on everybody, and I love my dad. I ain't gonna talk bad about him. I'm just saying I had a rough childhood.
Well, what's funny is I could probably say the same thing. And Peyton actually a couple of weeks ago, he listens to all of us. He don't get into it as much, but when he hears something that pertains to things we talk about, he called me one day and he was listening to a podcast, and he said, people who grow up like that, exactly like you're describing, develop this survival instinct mode. And as you get older, you are more aware. You are more aware of people's energies, their looks, their body language. You learn how to navigate through that without setting people off. And, it's not being you. It's just something that you were trained to do without
100%.
So, and then it ends up later in life, if you make it through it, being kind of valuable, and you don't wish it on anybody. But those memes that say, oh yeah, you've never held your flashlight for your dad and it shows, or something like that. That's true. You can tell by talking to people that they've had a blessed life, easy life. And, I'm happy for them. But that's what I've started paying attention to, with this group right here. I mean, I'm not going to say, details, but I know this group right here, we've had similar upbringings, and, and it wasn't all bad, but it wasn't perfect either. So, and I would assume that a lot of people in chat are the same way, because they're built just like us for the most part. And it's a blessing and a curse, I think. But anyway, as a kid, so as you get older into school and you have more distractions, we didn't have the phones and all. I were as an outside kid. Did some of that start going away when you had more things in your life, or did it continue?
The seeing stuff stopped, but see, it's kind of weird because it's like it went in stages. I would see stuff at first, and you know how that is. All kids are born, everybody, with such an imagination. You know what I mean? Like, adults take that away from kids, because a lot of people don't know at the time when you're raising a kid to, they need that imagination. That's really how we should all think. I mean, our minds are so closed off to everything, and kids are not like that. We cause that. And
we don't want them to have to deal with what we did, so we try to put blinders on them. And I'm not saying we, as I did it, but I know people in my family that did that with their kids, and you try to protect them, but you need to prepare them also. There's a way to do that. Got to find that balance. But you're right. Getting into the teens, and the girls come along, and I'm sure guys for you,
well,
and
your hormones and everything, your whole hormones are going wild, and everything's just going crazy. And you know how it is when you're a teenager. I mean, you feel like you're losing your mind anyways.
Yeah.
And so, I stopped seeing the stuff and just started. Then I started dreaming. The sight went away and the dream started, and it would be, deja vu dreams, or like I would dream about like just all kinds of stuff. It would be just something random, and it would just happen. Like, okay, for instance, back to and I hate to keep talking about the devil, but this was another time that I had actually seen him. Well, we used to go to the skating ring a lot. I was the only child till I was almost 18-year-old. And so I just had to hang out with the neighborhood kids or, whoever. And so I got to go into the skating ring for a little while when I was probably 13, 14, maybe. I don't know. And I wasn't old enough to drive. I know that because my mom would have to take us and drop us off. And so the way the bathroom was set up, I actually had dreamed that I was at the skating ring. And I mean, this was so real to me, but I was there. I remember it, we were all hanging out and, skating, and I left to go to the bathroom. And when I went and opened the big old heavy metal door, and when I pulled the door open and turned around, because if you let it go, it would slam really hard. And so I went in and held the door and kind of like spun around on my skate and let the door go. And when I did, and I turned back around, the bathroom had like extended. It's like, I know y'all know what I'm talking about. Like if you watch a movie and it's like they're trying to go into a room, but it's like the room just keeps going further and further away. That's what happened here. But it's like there was curtains, 2 or 3 bathroom styles. I don't know. I don't remember, but they had curtains that hung up over them, this little block bathroom. The whole thing was block. Well, when I went in and like went down, it's like it extended, and then I don't even know how to explain this. This is so weird. There was a curtain on the back wall, which there wasn't, but there was in my dream. And it's like it pulled back on its own. There was a painting on the wall. It was clouds, and it was like, only way I can describe it is it looked like the devil was trying to fly up to heaven. And he was like going up through the clouds. And it was a painting, but the painting come to life, and it started like the beautiful clouds, sky blue. I mean, it was gorgeous. And then all of a sudden, it's like it started getting dark, and it started getting stormy. The clouds started turning gray. It started lightening, and it got really ugly, really scary. And the painting of the devil, he turns around and he looks at me, and he just starts grinning and starts laughing. And I just turn around and run out of the bathroom, and that's all I remember. And I wake up. So, and then another time, go ahead.
No, well, go ahead. I'll
go ahead.
Do you remember the time in your life where you found somebody to talk to that understood you? Do you remember that? Who that was or when it was?
Well, it's funny because I actually still didn't talk about it to nobody, but I did.
Spence is thinking, ain't nobody understand. Shut up.
Oh,
Spencer.
no, let me think. I've got a girlfriend. There's so much that goes on with this. I'm going to have to jump back and forth. I mean, just because of the way it is, but me, my cousin, and probably 4 other girls, something like that, used to run around together all the time. Every weekend we would go stay at one of our friends' house. Her parents were older. Hey, I'm trying. Her parents was older. Let her have the whole basement to herself. Like literally it was set up like a whole house in the basement. Well, she would always say whenever I first started going over there, not to worry about the little girl that if I seen her on the stairs, it was fine, that she's always there. And I was like, man, y'all are pulling my leg. You're full of shit. And she was like, and some of the other girls were like, no, she's telling the truth. Like her house really is haunted. Like there is a little girl that walks the stairs. And so we were all sleeping in the room. We've been cutting up and playing around shit like that all night. And then I get up to go into the other room to where the kitchen is, and I have to walk past that set of stairs. Well, sure as shit, there it was. She's standing on the stairs, just right under her knee-length dress. I mean, looked like, I don't even know, like an old farm style. I don't even know how to explain it. Like a little girl in like an apron top long dress. You know what I mean?
Like a homemade out of a flour sack or something. Sitting
there on the stairs. No, it was kind of like Alice in Wonderland, kind of like that, like longer, sort of like that. Okay. And well, so I was like, okay, but I still never told nobody about I don't remember. Like I said, trauma will make you forget a lot of stuff that you don't want to remember. And I don't remember talking to them about a lot of it or any of it really, other than the stuff that happened there. But one of the girls that actually I hung out with back then, she moved away. Well, probably, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, I guess, we kind of got back in touch. She moved to New Mexico, and her son actually committed suicide, and that's what brought us back together. I won't say she's psychic. She's really sensitive. I don't even know where to go with this. I don't even know if I want to tell this or not. Don't ever allow anything in. Y'all, nothing is ever, and I'm not saying this to like put anything out. I would never want her to think that I'm saying this towards her son whatsoever. Me and her talked about this, so she already knows kind of what happened with it, but she was having a really hard time with it. And I'm sensitive myself. I can't control it. You know what I mean? I'm not like a lot of people. I don't work on it. I didn't want it either, Roger. But you know, it happens. And I thought, well, you know, I'm going to try to help her, because you get blocked when you're sensitive and you have something happen to you that it just breaks your soul. You lose it.
Yeah.
Well, this breaks my heart for her. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. And for people that haven't experienced anything like this, Misty's right. It's not. I tell people all the time, if this crap happened 24/7, I'd be in a home somewhere. But it comes in, like she said, waves, or you'll go a long time and then something happened, but there's a feeling to it where you pay attention. You're like, oh crap, here, what does this mean? And then sometimes it doesn't, manifest, and sometimes it does. And being sensitive it's not like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like you pick up on energies and stuff like that, which I think people have that ability. It's just, maybe it hasn't been turned on yet. And I don't know where to go now. It's Misty. It's all right. Come on.
No, I'm okay. I'm sorry. It hurts me for her.
Oh, I know. Well, that's part of being a friend and caring about folks, so,
well, I tried to, I tried to help her or whatever. And I told her, I said, let me just see. I said, you kind of focus on letting him know that it's okay, that I'm a friend or whatever. And that he can come to me or whatever. I never allowed this, y'all. I mean, this is like the only time I've ever allowed this to happen. And I've done it, like I said, because I just wanted to try to see if I could help give her closure and make her feel better. But when I opened myself up, and that's another, it gets me tore up talking about it, because I felt everything he felt, like all of his sadness. I can feel it now just talking about it. But he told me, and I had to tell him to leave. It got so bad. Like, don't ever allow that, y'all, because if you don't know what you're doing and it's not something that that you can invite the wrong things in, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Like things,
and you may not know how to get rid of it.
I've talked to friends that do that, and it's like, well, you have to be careful, because what's presenting as this person, it might not be that, and it may be trying to trap you too. Or
I set my boundaries ahead of time. I mean, that's what I said. You can't just go in and just be like, oh, hey, you come on in. No, you have to set boundaries, and you have to make sure that you know that, and you still never know. But I knew just from, because we done this together, kind of, talking and knew ahead of time but it tore me up so bad. I had to tell him that he had to go. I mean, I just couldn't. I called and quit the SAS group, I was done with everything. And I know how he felt, but he also told me to let her know that he was sorry for what he did, that he never meant to hurt her, and that he's okay. And he just didn't want to see her crying over it anymore. And then it's like everything just lifted, and I was back to myself again. And I had to call Sherry and him and apologize to him and tell him that I wasn't trying to just up and quit the group just out of nowhere and just all kinds of stuff. I mean, I was done with everything. I didn't want nobody around me. I went out on the back porch and just sat down and cried and I just didn't want to be around nobody. I was done. And I felt so sorry for her and for him for having to go through that.
Yeah.
But
there you go again.
He is.
Did that message help her?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, obviously she's still going to struggle with it, but
right.
I'm sorry. I got to go back out just a second. I got to blow my nose.
What's funny, Misty, being, I don't think I'm in tune as you are, but I have been around people that acted like they were, and you can spot them from a mile away. And I tore one down one time at a job in Alabama. He was acting like he was psychic and all that stuff. And what he was doing, he was sitting there. He had a monthly appointment, and I got to watching him. He was freaking everybody out. So I started watching him. I wouldn't talk to him. And he was listening to them talk the month before. Then he was just repeating what they said the month before, and they forgot. And I called him out right there in front of everybody and just tore him down because I didn't like the fact that he was trying to act like he was, and some of us that are, and some are more or better at it. It kind of offended me a little bit. And so you got to be careful with that side too. I remember the first time I ever saw a Ouija board, I was warned about it. And it came out at a party one night, and I started leaving. They're like, "Where are you going?" I said, "As far away from here as I can get." Cause I don't, it's even with like, I would go to a graveyard with y'all. Graveyards don't scare me for some reason. I think because I took care of graves for so long, mowing and weed eating in one summer. And I always did it with respect. I always thought of the person's name in my head, and I'm, Mrs. Johnson, I'm here to make it look nice. And that was more of to make me feel better at first. And then it got to where it felt right. So, but here's the thing. I don't want to bring home anything with me. I bought this house by feeling. I went in several houses and it didn't feel right. I immediately left. This one here felt like home. It felt clean. Even though, it's an older house. And it's good though to have people that you can talk to. That's the main thing, that you found a group. Y'all, we talk about some weird stuff, but it's like, I know it's hard to believe sometimes, but when the person across from you is actually listening and taking it in or just letting you talk. So y'all, if you have anybody that's like that in your family or whatever, just it may scare you, just listen to them or point them in a direction to somebody they can talk to. But so, growing up a little bit similar, when did the cryptids come into the fold? Was it just a natural thing, or was it just curiosity on your side, or did something happen?
The only time I can ever remember, like being younger and dreaming about any kind of cryptid, I used to dream about vampires and not like the sexy ones. It was more of like, but I would dream about them here, and it would be the same dream, just like you said, the same recurring dream over and over and over. I would come out of, and that was another thing, like my dreams, when I would dream stuff that would be deja vu, it's weird because nothing is really like it is now when I'm dreaming it. It's like it'll be totally different. But at one time, the property would look like that, if that makes sense. Like my papa used to have a saddle shop over here, just like a small little like building that he had built or whatever. And freaking, I don't even know if I was even born when he had that. If I was probably just a baby. And I was telling Sherry about, this dream. And she was like, you realize you just described your papa's tack shop that used to sit there. And she said, and she's like, I don't even think you've ever seen it. But the tack shop was there, and my grandmother's, she used to drive a school bus. Her school bus was sitting in the driveway. And so I was seeing this back like it was, probably at that time, it was probably 20 something, 30 years before, or not before, but back then. Gone. Yeah. And so it's like I would come from the house. I knew something was wrong. And I tried to run over to my mom's and my mama's and check on everybody. I guess there wasn't no cell phones, I'm assuming, in my dream back then. So
and you can't dial it anyway. I've tried. You can't dial his phone.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to have to get Spencer's phone, but
yes.
I went running over to the house, and it's like, I come in my mama and papa's house first, and nobody was there, and I couldn't find anybody. And so then I run to my mom's, and it's like, I can't find them, but there's like vampires everywhere. So I run back to my house. Well, I run into the barn, and this is what's so weird is our barn's like 120 foot. I guess my papa, Sherry, and him used to train horses in it. Well, I come running in, I go to the right side down to the lower end where you guys see the street lights in the pictures that I send where the barn doors are open. That's the end I'm standing in. And it looks like my mom. This is not my mom. I can feel it just with everything in me. I'm terrified once I see this lady. Well, how do I even explain this? This is so crazy. I go running in, and she's in what looks like a choir robe outfit or something. It's a white gown, like the big sleeves, almost like an angel outfit, but it's my mom. Looks identical to her, but it is not her. Well, she just raises her arms up, and every one of these vampires that had come chasing me in just bowed down to her. And she's like trying to get me to come up to her, and I won't. And I'm looking around, and all these vampires are just down on their knees with their heads tucked. And, she just, and all of a sudden she just starts like levitating. And when I told her that, I said, like, I'm not coming over there. And she just like flies up and just starts just floating in the air. Well, the back 10 starts just blowing off. And I'm seeing the sky and just all this like darkness coming in, just like what happened in the bathroom. And it's like the clouds just start getting dark and storms rolling in, and she's just levitating, and the 10's flying away, and these vampires are just still bowed down to her. And then I wake up. But I've had that dream, I don't know how many times, but that's the first time I've ever dreamed about a cryptid.
Well, Greg,
I was probably,
y'all see the chat sometimes, and sometimes we talk, Misty's land there. She's always like, why is this here? Cause there's people here and there's people there. And you explaining it like this, and it may be just the area, and where, cause we know there's vortices and energy pockets all over the world, documented, and they don't really know what they are.
Ley lines. We got a creek right here that runs dead through the middle of the property.
Yeah. So have you ever, I know you've seen a lot of stuff, and even got stuff on film and audio, which you have made the comment, I don't know why this would be here in this location, but you might have, if you've seen what you think was a portal, there may be an energy there and a way for things to come in and out, and I used to not be on board with that. But when Congress starts talking about interdimensional beings and stuff like that, and they're just freely talking about it, by the time, what people have to understand, by the time those people in the mainstream media start mentioning things, it's usually been going on for a very long time, and they knew it. But now I don't know what it is. I don't know if they're trying to prepare us for something or they're trying to trick us. So But there is something to it when they start mentioning it. It could be something they're doing, or it could be natural. But for a long time, I'm 55 years old, and I've seen the change not only in the Bigfoot community, the ghost, and the aliens when the alien show started coming on. And it was kind of odd to me because are they getting us ready for something? And why is it so popular? What is the draw? There's a lot of us that have had these crazy experiences, and that's the word I wanted to get to. The people in power have spent a lot of time trying to make all of us look crazy.
Yeah.
Now the world, the communications, you're in East Tennessee, Greg's in Alabama, Spencer's in Virginia, and we're doing a show. A lot of people are doing these shows.
Yeah.
And I feel like, I always say this, but you telling your story, I know it's hard, but it's important to other people, because I guarantee you there's other people that are connecting with that have thought they were crazy. And it will make you look inside like, am I nuts? Because nobody else is seeing this, and I'm glad that you're telling us. And so, all right, let's fast forward through the prison sentence and go to when you sorry, y'all, she wasn't in prison that I know of.
5 years later.
Who picked you up?
Yeah.
When they let you out?
Oh, we won't talk about that.
Okay, yeah.
I wasn't married then. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Sorry, y'all. That was my fault. No, but so did your aunt and then did they?
It was in a Mustang though, Roger. Do what?
I guess
Yeah,
right.
A lot of activity.
I guess
lot of activity happening in the Mustang, I'm sure.
Oh, shit.
Anyway, no, so taking this early experience, and then because all of us have seen Misty. I'll be nervous as a cat, like my daddy used to say, and standing there with whoever out in the field, in the woods at dark. Yes, I do actually get out there sometimes. But Misty, do you not feel fear? I know you joked and said it kind of excites you, but we will be in one of the boogeriest places ever, and she'll disappear. And you'll see, and you'll look up, and 250 yards away, there's a phone light. And
Yeah.
who is that? And Patrick, no, it looks like Misty. So why do you separate? Do you separate to I'm sure you're thinking and wanting an experience or whatever. Do you just get away from our noise, kind of?
Nope, not at all.
What are you thinking when you do that?
My eyes twitching again. I apologize.
It's been twitching the whole time. We've got used to it.
Oh, yeah. I'm not as nervous as I was, but I don't take off. I mean, I do sometimes walk off, kind of wander off just to see if something will happen. But a lot of times it's not because I don't do it just to get an experience. Okay, let me say it like this. When I first started doing this or whatever, like I didn't know shit. I didn't know my damn ass from a hole in the ground, didn't have a clue what was going on. Sherry dragged me into this, and I thought, there's no way this is even real. You know what I mean? And then when I got into it and got to meeting everybody, I was like, there's something strange. I can't explain it. I've never seen one like Greg and them seen it, but I'm going to tell you right now, I ain't going to say that I am like completely over the fence because I'm that way. I have to see it face to face. Or I'm not saying it ain't real. I'm saying, how can something that big hide? You know what I mean? That was my thoughts. Like, tell me where, if there's something that big, where in the world is that sucker hiding that ain't nobody found him yet? Well, and then I got to, hearing about how people think they cloak and, this portals, this, that, and the other, whatever. I never would have thought Bigfoot would be tied into aliens and all that crap. When you see it on socks or whatever, it's like, oh, they're just throwing a bunch of cryptids on there just to damn make a pair of socks. No, that's not even the case.
Well, let me interject one thing right here for the people out there. we're talking about she has experienced so very much, but she's not going to be convinced that she gets to like pick up one of the little ones and pat it on the back and burp it and pet it and carry it home. Because y'all have no clue at the level that she is set before she's going to be 100% all in. She's hanging on to that little minuscule part because she's been there. She's had the experiences. Myself, her, and Kumbo right here, 40 feet from where I'm sitting, had one walked up and was standing in the edge of the woods, and you could see its eyes going. It was dark, and the thing whirled and took off running. You could see the silhouette. She saw one there, but we didn't have it in the spotlight. It didn't come up, pick her up, and give her a bear hug. So, this is the level where she set the bar. She's got to have, up close, personal. She's picking ticks off the damn thing or whatever. I don't know. She's heard them scream. She's heard them.
We're gonna be like this. I'm telling you, when they finally realize that I'm okay, that they can, come talk to me or whatever. We're like this. PB and J, I'm telling you, and I'm gonna be playing with them little babies. I'm gonna be putting bows in their hair. It's gonna be awesome. They're gonna love me. Just saying.
She's found tracks. She's heard the monkey sounds. Had the stuff thrown. And I bring this up quite a bit, but one of my most favorite recordings ever is when I think y'all went to town and Mark Newell was there at the man cave, and Misty had the recorder going, and you can hear it in her voice. Mark, like get out of here now. So I totally understand.
I said, preach it off. I said, get off the shitter. I said, we got stuff going on.
And look, I totally understand it. I like that point of view because that's what you need anyway. I wouldn't be here right now if in that 1985 what happened. I come from a different side of it and still not wanting to believe it. And I started watching some of this footage on YouTube, and I actually went at it trying to find out, see if it was real or not. I wanted to make sure. So I always go with things, making sure it's not a hoax first, which some's hard to tell. And that's kind of how you have to be. Now, how do you explain the footprints? How do you explain the depth, the size? In your heart, they're real, but I know you're wanting that. People want it sometimes till they get it, but it could be different.
Roger, we thought, okay, when our group first got together, SAS, Sherry started it. We would do meetings every week and stuff like that, and our very first interview that we actually went out on and met up with somebody and went to the area, talked to them, walked the area, all that. We found quite a bit of stuff there. And, I didn't know anything about gibberish. I'd never heard anything about it until I heard Greg talk about it. And I think that's what I heard that day, because I kept telling Sherry and the girl that we was with, when we pulled up and got out of the truck, and I was like, the way it was, we were up in the mountains and it was straight up one side and straight down the other side, but it was so thick, y'all. I'm telling you right now, the daggone, the laurel, the kudzu, everything. I mean, there's no way in the world you could have got through this to got down in there. I mean, it was just straight off. And I thought, this is the first time I'd been to this area. So I thought, well, maybe it was people down there fishing at the creek, because I could hear water. And I said, is somebody down there fishing? I'm trying not to say her name. And she said, there ain't nobody down there. She said, there is no way in the world nobody can get down there. I said, do you not hear that? And I could hear it sounded like two people. It was deeper, almost like two men, maybe even more than that. But it sounded to me like it was two different tones. But I couldn't make out what it was saying. It was between the water and all the leaves and everything. I was like, I can hear people talking. I said, I know there's people down there. And she said, there ain't nobody down there. She said, that is straight off. And she said, and you can't even get down to it anyways. And so that, I think, was the first time I'd actually heard gibberish.
And think about this. You heard the water. You're at a elevated position, but it was still deep enough and strong enough that you heard it. So, and I understand that too. But think
And
about
I
this.
thought maybe that's why I couldn't understand them talking. You know what I mean? I thought they was
Because
just kind of
right.
muffling it just enough. Yeah.
Right. Well, I know, you know, on a lake or something, the sound travels and all that. But when you're, especially me having a little bit of hearing problems, when I get around that background noise, I probably wouldn't have heard it. But here's the thing, we second guess ourselves and our experiences, but probably 100% of the time you've ever heard somebody talking in the woods, you knew it was a person. Because that's in your, like Bama says, in your bank of memory, your memory bank of sounds and stuff. When you hear something, it makes you kind of turn your head like, what is that? You're not recognizing it. It does kind of twist your mind a little bit. Where'd you go?
Well, we had so much. I can't tell you. Hold on. We had so much going on there. Like, I'm smoking. Hold on. We found tracks. We found tents that.
We don't care if you smoke.
I know. I just don't do it. I'll just try not to do it because of the channel. I just don't want it to flag it or nothing. But
we'll put a warning up.
Yes.
Okay, hang on. All right.
But
so,
see, and it's just like this whole group right here. If Spencer comes up with something, you know, he's like, hey, y'all listen to this. Hey, y'all look at this. And then we'll start tearing it apart. Not trying to, but then you get like, oh, I don't have anything else it could be either. So that's the good thing about, you got to have people like that. If everybody in your group's a yes man, or, you know, like, oh yeah. And I know people like that. I love them to death. And I know this one particular guy, he's a great guy and everything, but he doesn't want to hurt people's feelings. Misty will hurt your damn feelings.
Hey,
She
now.
don't give a shit. She don't care. But you need that, right? But I would rather have somebody in the group like you than
you know, I don't mean nothing by it though. Like, and I know I've heard
don't bother me.
I've heard that from a lot of people. The way I say stuff comes off, and I'm an asshole. I'm kind of like Spencer. I'm like, we're like this too.
I'm joking. It don't bother me. I play it up sometimes.
I question everything, Roger. I'm telling you. I question my own stuff. You know that.
Well, that's the thing. When we send you something, we know you are. That's why we send it to you. So
right. And that's why, you know, I mean, you got to be that way though. You have to. If you can't accept somebody telling you that ain't something in a picture that you send, or that they can't see it, don't mean it ain't nothing. You went there to experience, and that is the difference that a lot of people don't get. If you're not there and you don't hear, see, feel, I mean, you can't show me a receipt. Well, I can't show you a receipt for how I felt, you know, but I know what I felt. And so, I mean, that's your experience, and you know that all that stuff ties in together. You might not can prove it, but you know what happened. And that's why I got to where I don't document nothing. I don't care. I don't do it for nobody else. I do this to share with just a few of y'all, a little bit of stuff on Bookface or whatever. And the rest of it, we just kind of hold on to, and, you know, kind of compare notes with people. So,
all right. So after I started accidentally in 2020 after living with this all this time and nothing happened. But y'all know we've been places we go now, and I'll take this for example. So the first time I ever heard something sound like it stepped off a rock, it sounded like a similar thing my dad had experienced with my mom. And the person sitting behind me, I said, "Did you hear that?" I said, "Yeah." She said the same thing I thought. It sounded like it was big as a cow, but it was 2 feet, and it was like soft, boom, like stepping off one of those big rocks, right? So I heard that one, and I've got 2 other situations that were similar. And when these things are so big, when they move, they're not quiet. You know, if you startle one and it moves around. So what you do with that first one, you're going through it. You know, you call Spencer up and you walk through it, and well, what does it leave? Well, I don't know. Then the second time, go through the same process. Well, by the third time you've gone through the process, now you know what that sounds like. You know what I mean? And then, so you hear it again, you're like, hey, y'all need to be calm down. We got something going on over here. That comes along with getting out there and experiencing the things, right? I can't say exactly what it was, but I'm pretty dang sure I know what it was because of the other experiences. Now, what's hard in this, what's people, you find you a group you can talk to, because there's so many egos in this, in some groups. Nobody here, I'm not talking about anybody here. I noticed it, Facebook posts, they want to be the one. Well, that brings it to light. The odds of that happening are slim to none. So I would rather have a group with no egos, that's about the evidence. And if I get something that's iffy, I'm still going to send it to you. Like, hey, this is what was happening at that time. This is what we caught. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't normal, right? And I think, y'all do a great job at that. So
thank you.
With that experience starting out and gaining some of your research memory bank, how did you come in contact with woodwalkers for the first time?
Okay, let me tell you. This is what happened right here. After Greg's like, yes. Okay. After Sherry got me talked into all this and convinced me and my sister and my youngest daughter to go meet up at LBL for the first time. Now, I had never been there before. My very first trip was like my very first booger outing or whatever, like with a group, was with Spencer and them, the Beast group. And it was the meet and freeze. I didn't know nobody. Sherry was the one that knew all these people. I had never even heard of the group or anything. I mean, I wasn't into really researching or whatever. That trip is actually what got me really into it. After I left there, like it was every day. That's what I was researching. And the reason being is because it was cold as shit, snowing, windy. I mean, the daggone wind was blowing the tent plumb down on the air mattresses. It was so bad. You couldn't hear nothing. Well, everybody's in bed. And if y'all have ever camped with me, I am probably the last or one of the last people to go to bed other than Greg. I'd stayed up all night listening. I thought, they drug me this far on this trip. I better hear something while I'm here. This better be worth my time, not just me out here freezing in 16-degree weather. And so, sure enough, I had the recorder going because I thought I heard something. So I turned my phone on and I got to listening, and way off past where Bama and them always camp, like out past them, kind of more in between both of us, I hear this long, long call, just like a long holler. And I'm like, ain't no way in hell that's what I just heard. And I'm trying to go back through my phone. And first time I met Kane, Eric, Debbie, everybody. I don't even know if I met Spencer that trip. I might have, but I don't know that I did, because I didn't even go to nobody's camp and talk to nobody. Like, I stayed at our camp and would walk off by, and at the time I didn't think of anything about walking off by myself, because I'd just take off. I didn't know not to run off, which I don't guess it mattered, but I heard that for the first time and it was on. Let me tell you, yeah. I had to let everybody listen. I was going around. I was like, can you hear that? Can you everybody come down to camp? I'm like, listen what I heard.
And it lit the fire, didn't it?
Yes. After that, I was ready to go back out. I wanted to go all the time. I was sitting and reading stuff, listening to everything, whatever. Well, I got to tell you about the Kumbo took us to, oh gosh, what spot was it? I can't remember. We didn't go to Hotel California, I don't think, but we went somewhere, maybe where the family, where that happened to the family, I think, where the campsite was. I think that's where we went.
Was that where you met? Was that where you met Miss Lanier that happened to live 200 yards from my daddy?
Not that trip.
Not that trip.
I met her at Bama's birthday party for the first time. Okay. Yes, sweet lady. Oh my gosh. But No, that was totally. This one was the first time I had met anybody. And I didn't even hardly talk to anybody, and it was the first time I had met Bud and Angie. Well, not everybody went to go to that, and I'll be damned if y'all know me. I am clumsy, and if there's a mud hole around or a hole, I'm gonna fall in it. I don't care. I can try to go around it all I want to, and it's like something just kicks me in it. And sure enough, I fell down in this mud hole. It was freezing, and I had to tie my sweatshirt around me, and just because I had my mom's Jeep, that's what we drove. So I thought, I am not getting in her daggone brand new Jeep and having mud all over me. So I had to take my sweatshirt off and tie it around my waist, and we finally made it back to camp and everything. And so that was my first get together, whatever. But like I said, I didn't really talk to Spencer then, so I actually met Spencer kinda, I guess, for the first time at Bama's birthday party. Yes, it was.
No, I met you at the meet and freeze, but you didn't talk to nobody. You stayed down there by yourself, all stuck up.
I did. Not being stuck up though, just because I'm shy. Like, I was out cutting wood. I kept our fire going the whole time. Mark and them would come down there and they were like, "You already got a fire going?" I'm like, "Do you let yours go out?" It's 16 degrees.
It was cold.
So I hid and just like collected firewood and stuff like that, forage stuff. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I didn't know nobody. But after I got to meeting everybody, wonderful people. Debbie, absolutely beautiful when I met her. She had on this purple sweatshirt, like a purple fleece sweater, and her eyes looked so pretty with the sweatshirt. I'll never forget. That's the first thing I told her. I'm like, "Your eyes are beautiful."
I know you don't like big crowds. I'm not real enthused about it either, but apparently, you, like I did, you noticed the good energy with those people.
Yes.
It
100%.
was. I've never been around a big crowd that's like that. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's trust. I don't know if it's because they're all just great people, which is probably what it is, except for Spencer. As he said, no, but you were with Miss Lanier when y'all didn't she record a howl? She's got a good recording. Y'all know, I want to say this.
She was the only one. We didn't even take any equipment with us. It was me, her, Mark Newble, and Sherry. And we just decided to go out for a little while after we came back in from eating. And we didn't even take anything. Mark, I think Mark might have had his FLIR, but as far as recorders, we didn't. So she recorded it on her phone. I done a call. I actually, where we were at, had done a call and called the coyotes in. Like a pack of coyotes, and they came in on us, and Mark said, "Do another one." And when I did, they were like right in the tree line right across from us. So it was time to move. We got in the truck and went down a little bit further, and he said, "Do another one." And so when I did, that's when we got the call that you heard, the response back.
Yeah. And I want to say this, I'm not going to say what she does for a living, but when I had my hip replacement, she stopped by my room twice and checked on me. And made sure I was doing okay and stuff, and had a really good conversation. But I wish she felt more free to get out and talk about this, because she researches over here where I saw I think a pregnant female. That's her area. Yeah. And she had told me about it, about going with her dogs and stuff, and wanted me and Heather to come. We just haven't got to do it yet. But I know everybody's waiting on the taco salad.
Yes. The infamous taco salad.
Listen, we met at the meet and freeze. You're right. But the first time I guess I actually even spoke to Spencer, him and Anthony come rolling up. Me and Sherry was the first ones to get to LBL, and everybody's like, "Oh, save us a spot, save us a spot." So, wherever y'all get, save us a spot. So we're getting our tent, everything set up, and here they come rolling in this white truck, and I'm like, "Dang, is that the game warden already coming in?" And so it wasn't. It was Spencer and Anthony. But anyways, we'll cut that short. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But he gets out, and I'm standing there talking to Con Scott, and that's the is that the same weekend that he has trouble with the cake?
Yes. Yes.
Where Sherry duct tapes the cake shut. Oh, bless his heart. Y'all just had to be there. I'm telling you. He fought that daggone cake and it was whooping his ass.
It was like a UFC caged fight.
But I don't care if Scott comes up missing in the forest. I'm gonna take a damn cake and set it out there and give it about an hour, and he'll find that cake.
Yes. Yeah, and you'll hear it over too. The plastic.
Yes.
Okay, but anyway, so we're at Bama's birthday party. It's just like, I don't know what, maybe about 12, 15 of us, I guess, went to it or whatever.
Yeah, it wasn't that many.
Yeah, and well, we decide Bama wants to go, I guess, eat at a Mexican restaurant that they like that's there. So I'm like, hell yeah, I like some taco salad. Let's do it.
I drove 2 hours for a taco salad one time.
Oh man, I tell you what, it's a good taco salad. It took 3 plates to hold it.
Hey, look, Spencer, did it look appetizing, Spencer?
It did when it first made it to the table.
Hey, listen, you got to add like 2 cups of salsa. You got to add you little, what is it, the goat's milk cheese and all that. It gets runny.
Yeah.
She has you get a taco salad. Can you bring me a straw, please?
He tried to give me
I
one.
offered her a straw.
He was sitting across from me, and him and Larry. It was him, Larry, and Anthony. And it was me, Sherry, and Mark. And I always get stuck by Sherry. I love Sherry so much. But Sherry, if you do not know, is like one of the tiniest people ever. I mean, and when I say that, like, she's super small, and I feel like humongous beside her, and I always get stuck beside her in pictures. And so I'm already sitting here talking about how I feel so big sitting in the corner next to her. And they bring this taco salad out, and I'm like, man, this shit looks awesome. And so I start getting it all fixed up, and stirring it up. And then you got to start, breaking the shell up, and then it just starts going everywhere. Then Spencer wants to treat me like his kids. And so he starts just pushing these plates over to me. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do with that? And he's like, you got to contain that somehow or drink it with a straw or whatever you got to do. So he's over here trying to treat me like a kid and handing me napkins and plates and, wiping my mouth and taking care of me.
You ever seen the movie?
As if I need to go use the restroom, but I was okay. I didn't drink much yet.
Yeah, wait a minute. Yeah, Spencer.
You know the part in The Fly that I'm referring to whenever he's about to eat and he pukes on the food and then slurps it. That is literally what it looked like. Misty ducked her head down, and like all you could see is like arms a flailing and running everywhere, and hear slurping sounds. And everybody else is trying to eat. And I'm looking at Anthony sitting beside me on one side. He's looking at her. Larry sitting beside me on the other side. He's looking at her. We're all looking at her. I felt the need to help just to make sure that the whole damn restaurant didn't get.
I offered them some. I'm like, you want some of this or what?
She did.
Then you keep looking at it.
Sound like you gave him some of it. It reminds me like a manure spreader. When
and ever since then, Squirrel feels the need to show us all what she's eating, and I mean literally while she's eating it.
Yeah. Oh God.
Oh gosh.
I can't lose weight from the pictures she sends. And
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
I ain't gonna lie. I am not your average woman. I don't eat salads. If you take me out somewhere, don't think I'm going to get a salad. I'm not. I'm getting a burger. I'm getting an appetizer beforehand, and I may even get dessert. Who the hell knows? It depends on if I'm feeling Friday or not. But I am an
May. What
That
did May come in?
That implies that it might not happen.
Yeah. Look, y'all, she'll send a text message. It'll be like 1 o'clock in the morning here, so it's 2 o'clock her time. And it'll just simply say, "I'm feeling a little snackish," and then give it like 5 minutes, and she'll have like 2 double cheeseburgers and a mountain of French fries or a whole bag of them Dorito chips or something, and she'll eat more at night for a snack than I've eaten 3 days. And I'm like, what? Where do you put this food?
It's like the Hobbits in the Lord of the Ring, where it's like, oh, you mean second supper or third supper?
Fourth.
And then we're looking at the pictures. We have to go check our blood sugar just to make sure. It's like, what the hell? No, but that's where the idea come from, Backdoor Bakery, because we were talking about food one night, and I took that conversation. It was a long thread, and let AI come up with a song, and it ended up being pretty good. But that's where that came, because we were talking about, we need to this and that, and I think it'd be pretty good actually. But
Spencer, did you not upload the video I sent you of us at the restaurant?
I didn't upload it. No, I didn't know. I thought you were making the video thing.
Hold on a second. Let me see if I can do that.
Y'all look, this is the same. This is the same.
Absolutely fell in love with me.
This is the same person that y'all will go make a whole pan of brownies and like eat half the pan
just
at a time.
So everybody knows, at Bama's birthday thing, we were camped right beside Sherry and Squirrel, and this was the first time that she actually spoke. When I met her at the meet and freeze, she just stayed down there. I knew Sherry, got introduced, but didn't really get to talk to her or anything. At Bama's birthday thing, Anthony and I were camped right beside Sherry and Misty. As soon as we pulled up, she said something like, we were over there setting up tent, and Misty was like 50 feet away from us yelling, "Hey, move your tent further in the woods, you damn perverts. You ain't going to see me, like walking around in my clothes and pajamas in the middle of the night," something like that. I was like, that one's feisty right there. Then we went to that Mexican dinner, and she looked like the human fly slurping up all that shit. And it was right after the Mexican dinner, I was like, you know what? Mark and Larry are not really going to do a full-time show anymore. And the whole reason I wanted to start Woodwalkers anyway was that I didn't want to do all Bigfoot. I wanted to do Bigfoot, barbecue, bushcraft, all that kind of stuff. And I was like, I need somebody else that'll just like cut up and jump in there and, be down to earth and not be so serious and everything. And as soon as I saw all that, I was like, holy shit, that's the perfect specimen right there. I did not know what I was getting myself into. But at that Mexican restaurant, I started telling her, "Hey, I'm going to do a show. You want to be a co-host?" And she thought I was joking. She laughed and she was like, yeah, we could do that, because we were cutting up and having a good time. She didn't know, but like 2 weeks later, I was talking her into doing a damn show. And that's how this whole thing started.
I can't get it uploaded right now. I'll post it on the Woodwalkers on the little Facebook page or whatever. But it's us sitting at the restaurant, and Sherry's like this, and I'm like this, and Spencer and Anthony and Larry is across the table. And I wish I had the taco salad incident, but I don't.
The taco salad incident.
He knows it wasn't just that. It was the fact of I went in the restaurant and didn't even care that I had on a tank top and shorts and mutt boots up to my knees.
I don't know if y'all see it. That's Anthony and I. See, there's.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh
But
my
yeah,
goodness.
so that's how I wound up with him. And I wound up with this one down here because of him.
There's a conflicting stories of how I ended up here, but
I brought you here, Roger.
Greg is because of me also, because I was such a fan of Greg's downers. I was looking for Greg for forever and didn't know his name. I had heard him talk with Chuck Slabs years before the show, and had always been trying to figure out who it was. And so I got to meet Greg first too, and then we had him on the show. And I mean, Greg's the natural third wheel. And then Roger rounded us out as far as being like outside commentary and one of our closest friends and everything. But the only point I'm trying to interject in Misty's story is she was doing what she was doing with the SAS group, and I kind of kidnapped her and brought her into this. And then we picked up Greg, and like between the three of us, we make a halfway coherent argument for all of this stuff. And Roger's just a moderator on the outside that thinks we're all fucking idiots, but we managed to manipulate and drag him into this too.
Yep.
What y'all did is when I graduated, a lot of my friends went to the military and college and moved off and all, and I was kind of a loner for a long time, but I enjoyed cutting up and talking and laughing and stuff. And I actually got a message sent to me, hey, you need to go to YouTube right now and check out Woodwalkers. Why? He said, man, they're cool, they're funny. And so I go in and I see that they're kind of poking each other, and I started joking. And so we'll talk about that later maybe, and then I think it was Mark and Larry contacted me, or maybe Spencer said, hey, you want to be on Mark and Larry's show or whatever. And that's kind of how that got started. But, I had just started telling my stories, and, I was nervous about it. And I was impressed because me and Peyton had something happen. We caught some audio on the phone, and Mark went over it and pulled it out and made it louder and stuff. And I didn't think I'd hear it again like that. So yeah, that kind of hooked me in, and of course the fun. Yeah. The reference. No, I'm not. No. Probably if Spencer interviews me, he'll tell y'all stuff y'all don't know. I have to be, I try to be good, but I can't all the time. That's why I love, we can't talk about all this without talking about the night owls, which I absolutely love those.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And the thing is, it's fun. I mean, that's the way I grew up anyway. So we were always, well, thank you, sir. A lot of times I don't know what I'm doing. It just, I'm talking off the cuff and a good question will pop out. I don't know it until it comes out though.
Y'all do good though. That's what I don't brag on Spencer much. And I guess even it being recorded, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. If y'all say I said it, I'm going to say you lying and that I didn't. So whatever.
When you go back, she's going to claim it's AI. Y'all manipulated the video.
No, just don't even say it. You're going to go poke that damn voodoo doll as soon as the show is over. Just leave it out.
Hey, it's close. Do you see her look over at it?
And then just leave it alone. So look.
Try it. And you might like it.
You know how many times I've heard that, Roger? Don't always like it.
We agreed not to talk about the Mustang. Shut up.
Y'all, look, here's something I want to throw in. One thing that people, I know people don't realize, we were getting were getting told by some different people that what we were doing was like, kind of almost taboo of don't do this, you can't do that. If you're going to do a podcast, you got to walk this tightrope with all these rules. You can't say either way. If you're going to be successful, you got to fit this mold. And for me, y'all,
though, I mean, they were trying to help us build the channel.
Yes,
This is people that has huge channels. They were genuinely trying to help us, and we greatly appreciate it. But they didn't realize that wasn't why we was in it, though. I mean, that it wasn't to try to make money or anything. And so,
well, and
you get what you get with that. And you get a little more than if you're worried about being monetized, I guess.
I don't know how to be anything else other than me.
That's
and
right.
I've learned a long time ago, if people don't like me being me, that's fine. We'll move on to something else. And that's the thing I think people connect with is we care, but we don't. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, this is what happened to us. This is what we have. You can say stuff about it or whatever. That's fine. But we know each other enough to know we're not going to BS each other either. And when it's serious.
I ain't gonna bullshit nobody. That's the thing. No. I mean, if I gotta lie to you, I'm just not even gonna say nothing to you. I'd rather not even waste my time telling you a lie and waste my energy that I've got to try to keep up with that damn lie from now on than just to be honest with you. Y'all know me. I'm an open book. I talk about a lot of stuff that I probably shouldn't even say.
Oh my God.
I just do it because, I mean, listen, y'all are my girlfriends. You get what the hell you get. I don't know what to tell you. I'm lonely. I need friends. My goats don't cut it all the time. My chickens don't stay and listen.
Don't say that on a public show.
People, Spencer.
That is not an open invitation to all the perverts out there, just so you know.
No. Hey, look, what I was getting at on that, the next part of that, what I said, probably the most awesome comment, or I guess word of advice that for me that we've got since been doing this is when we're at the LBL and we asked, hey, look, what do we need to do? And what was said, Spencer? I mean, you probably quote.
I was standing there. I know exactly what was said.
Man, I don't want to say that out loud because it was somebody that
don't tell who it was.
Well, no,
it was a major podcast, major, one of the biggest.
Yeah,
and he met me, was giving me a little bit of advice. Spencer walked up, and he was kind of, basically be yourself and blah, blah, and all this stuff. And he looked over and saw Spencer. He said, "You don't change a damn thing. You keep doing what you're doing."
Yeah. Well, the point I want to direct it back to Squirrel because this is Misty's episode to really explain this. And right now we're cutting up and everything, but I'm going to say this seriously. The thing about Misty is that she's brilliant in a lot of ways, but she really shines with being like thinking outside the box. And she's definitely, in my opinion, sensitive. And I know a lot of people take that different ways, but she feels stuff. And I mean, I'm not that person, but I've seen her do it and I trust her. She's got an ability, whatever, to look at things a different way than like what I can. And we're going to end up doing these shows with all of us. But like Greg's had phenomenal experiences. I mean, experiences that a lot of people in the Bigfoot world would just like kill to have those. Well, they think they would. They'd love to have those experiences to be able to talk about them. I'm not sure if they would love to have gone through what he's gone through. But to go into the Misty thing, the point being, she didn't come to this to where we are now, and we're a small group. I mean, everybody that looks at our thing on YouTube, you can tell we've got like 3,500 subscribers, but yet every time we do a show, we manage to get 150 people watching live and, we'll do a meet and greet and have 150 people show up. So whatever we're doing, at least we're gathering real people that are actually interested in the subject. And we do treat it kind of lightheartedly, and we do make fun, and we're definitely not that super serious group. But y'all, just like Squirrel, the people that actually have had real experiences, a lot of times they're not like scientific-y and documenting everything. And I mean, Greg lives with the damn things, and he doesn't get a lot of stuff documented. He just experiences it. And we're not trying to prove it. We're just trying to tell y'all what the truth is about it and what our thoughts and experiences are on the subject. And Misty is like a class A example of somebody that, didn't really know a whole lot about the subject, but she's sensitive and she's picked up on it quick and started understanding it. And behind the scenes, she's the glue that keeps the whole thing together. She makes the thumbnails. She is always coming up with creative suggestions about how we do the shows and all of that kind of stuff. I know everybody that watches this, you see me pick on her a lot, but really, in all honesty, she loves me. It's not that I love her so much, but she loves me, and I tolerate her being around.
I carry you around in my pocket anytime, Spencer. Don't you worry about that. Or my backpack, whichever one you're more comfortable in.
She's had a lot of experiences, though. You've had experiences at Holland's. Hell, you had experiences at Kumbo's.
Well, hey, that's what I was going to say. You actually, we both kind of had something tie in together on the night that you caught that thermal at Kumbo's, because that's the night that when I kept straying off and going that way back towards Kumbo's, walking out that way, and Greg kept telling Mark, "Where's she going?" "I don't know. I'm going with her."
Yeah.
And Mark was walking with me out that way 3 different times. I had something like scurry the leaves running at my feet from the side I was on, until the 3rd time Mark gets me by my arm and pulls me over on the other side. And he said, "You get away from the woods, walk on this side." And we kept, and it didn't happen anymore after that. So 3 times, something like really quick, the leaves were like something had scurried up towards me. And I would jump, and Mark would shine a light, and there would be nothing there. No snake, no nothing. And if y'all know me, I got to where after a while, when I really started getting into this and like feeling different things from different places we would go and talking to different people, there is people, I guess, that does try the sign language. I had never seen anybody do that or heard anybody do that. And so I tried it at Kumbo's, and I kind of just walked off by myself. And I do that when every place we go, just to kind of, I put my intentions out there and tell whatever's there, why we're there, who we are, what we're there for, and that, we mean no harm. If it's friends of, like Kumbo, hey, we're friends of Kumbo's, we're just here just to experience all this. We're not meaning no harm. I was getting stuff from that way. And that's why me and Mark was walking down that way while everybody was sitting around the fire and Kumbo was talking. I was hearing calls coming from that way. And I was doing sign language just to see if I could get a response, just by chance, because they do it with monkeys. Why not? That was my thought. And so I tried it, and believe it or not, and I don't know if they do mind speak. I don't know. But all I can tell y'all is what happened to me. I know I was thinking what I was signing, and I would get responses. I would ask for something to make a call back to me, and I would get that. And Mark was standing right there with me. And it was coming from the exact same spot that Spencer caught all that as we was going out on the thermal.
I want to say something. When, I was in Chad on that first time, and I'm like, they seem pretty cool. They're funny, you know, and I'm learning some things too. And then I started watching videos. So who are these people? So I was watching this video, and I don't know who was filming, but I saw Misty, and she walked off away from everybody. I said, I know what she's doing. She's getting to feel the woods. I do that. And I sent her a message. I said, Misty, I watched this video. I said, were you trying to get a feel of the woods? And she said, that's exactly what I was doing. So I feel connected to y'all. You know, like, you know, we all have, I have something in common with all three of y'all. You know what I mean? And it's like, I've never had people around me. You know, I can call Spencer up and goof off or talk serious. I call Greg a lot, and we talk about stuff, and, you know, maybe have a therapy session, you know, and I have called Misty before. I have something on my mind or whatever, and want to ask her advice or whatever. So that it's like the combination works for me, because I kind of connect in what different ways to all of y'all. But I noticed that, and something told me to send, and probably a messenger, you know, maybe at that time, like, hey, I saw this video, and was this what you were doing? She said, that's exactly what I was doing. I thought that's what it was. I kind of do that myself. And when I'm in the woods, I grew up in the woods. I'm not scared while I'm there. When I get home and try to go to sleep, I'm like, what the hell am I doing? Why did I? But that's what's great about the group. And it's not only y'all, it's people in this chat that we've met that it's the same thing. So it's just, it's unique, you know, and I like it.
Thank you.
Well, I'm on, since Spencer was talking about things that, you know, make Misty special. One of the things that one of the things for me is, you know, I've came. This is how my thoughts have developed on this, and there's nobody to make me believe any different because of what I've seen and experienced. But these things are they're drawn to certain people. I believe that with my whole body and soul and everything, that they're, for some reason, they're attracted to certain people. And for me, one of the main things is, you know, of course, like Spencer said, everything he's talking about Misty was is absolutely spot on. But there's something about when she comes here, it is wild. I'm talking about wild. She's had enough experiences right here where I'm sitting on the times that she's been here several times. And, you know, she stays in this bedroom right across here. And y'all, look, even her still trying to hang on to that little tiny tad of skepticism, she's had enough stuff happen right here that a lot of these big name researchers, she's had more in one trip here than they've had in 50 years of research. And she still clings on to that little tiny fragment of skepticism because she has had so much happen here. And I swear to y'all, Misty 100% has whatever these things are attracted to that draws them to her. I've seen it over and over again. I can't explain it, but there's just certain people, for some reason, it's like these things are drawn to them. And that's, Misty can tell you. I mean,
let me say this while you're talking about that, because this kind of goes back to, oh, and by the way, thank you for the compliment there, Spencer C. Y'all, he does love me. He can say whatever the hell he wants, but he does. There again, back to like
he
trauma. Yeah, he does. I know. I mean, can you blame him? I mean, damn, I'm funny as hell.
That's what it is.
Whatever's in that jug's funny as hell.
Yeah. Water.
Now,
Misty, water. I take a drink of tadpole.
You know what frogs do in that?
Yeah.
Misty, you're on a roll.
Yeah, no. Playing in the wind.
See,
I was going to ask where the nickname Squirrel came from, but I think I figured it out in this past hour, 2 hours.
Yeah.
JR, it's his fault. He started this shit.
Uh,
Because I get so sidetracked. But okay, listen, hold on, Roger, before you make me mess up. You go and you gonna throw me off the bridge here, and we're gonna crash because I'm gonna forget. The trauma thing. You was talking about how people you think they're drawn to certain people. I think it's because of people's energy is what I think. I mean, I think they see our aura. I think we glow different colors to them, just like some people see auras. You know what I mean? I think I think they're attracted to the colors and things they see from us. And I don't know if they feed off that. I don't know if they do like, spirits or whatever do, or if it's just maybe the colors, maybe the energy that they feel when they're around. Because look at whenever y'all go to a big group or go somewhere that you're not comfortable. And as soon as you walk into that place and it hits you like you've just ran into a brick wall, my chest will get tight. I'll just get this feeling over me. My skin will crawl and get really tight. I'll get cold chills, headaches. And depending on how long I'm around stuff like that going on, if there's negative people around, or if people's putting out negative energy, man, I used to be bad about just drawing that in. And it would, I don't know how to say what I'm trying to say. It's like it would affect me to the point to where it would completely change my attitude and everything being around somebody negative. It would make me
it drains you.
Energy vampires, yes. Yep. So I got to where I just stay away from all that. And we don't get that from this group. Y'all, when we go out, we got the best people ever that comes to stuff like that. And just like when we go, to the McMinnville thing that we went to, man, if anybody that met us there, we were both sick. We didn't feel good. And my stomach was so tore up from that. Like, there was just so much going on there. I couldn't be myself there because it's like I was chaotic the whole time I was there. Like, inside of me, it's like my insides was screaming to get out of there because it's like there was so much excitement, I guess, so many people there to see all these speakers and, the booths and stuff. And everybody was there wasn't anything laid back about it. And so all that energy was just chaotic. And it's like, I was just trying to hold it all in and not, I don't know it's hard to explain if you've never felt something like that. But I think the colors is what it is. The tragedies and things here not too long ago, I've been going through being really sick. My blood pressure and stuff had went up. I was having some personal things going on, and I just was completely different. And I got to where I wasn't seeing, hearing anything. It's like it went away. It's like I'd lost it for a little while because I was going through trauma again. And it's slowly starting to come back again, but it's like I'm still not experiencing stuff now to this day now like I had been, because maybe I'm not all the way healed mentally. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as what I'm saying, Spencer, hush your face.
It's what I talked about earlier. It's distractions, that
I don't go do none of this if I don't feel like I can even maintain my own composure to the point to where I can't control my energy and the things that I let in and all that. I don't go around people. I don't go to cemeteries. I don't go do none of that shit, because that's how you get attachments. That's how you get stuff that you don't want. If you're not prepared to go do any of this stuff, and your mind's not right, don't do it. I'm telling you now, because you really can bring stuff home with you. Just like you was talking about, Roger, you pick dirt up on your feet, you bring it home. Wipe your feet when you leave a graveyard. You leave that shit behind. You don't bring it with you.
Was that you and Debbie? Was it you that felt the little hand grab your hand in the graveyard?
Me and Rebecca. Okay. Me and Rebecca both had that happen at a graveyard in Alabama. Sure did.
Becca's sensitive too, though. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah. All right. Well, anything else you want to know?
No, we already know too much. We're trying to be quiet.
We don't want to be accomplices.
Yeah, but I ain't saying, you know what? I better not.
I love the like. Oh, I missed a few messages, and Misty, it was like 3 a.m. I'll go to the bathroom, whatever, and I'll check it, and Misty like, "Where's the moon?"
It's not.
It's in his face. It's flipped upside down.
You about to get me started, Roger? Because hell no, it was not.
The energy for the next 4 days is going to be. We're going to see weird stuff all this week, and Saturn's in its like lower whatever orbit.
The Schumann resonance off the charts, and everybody.
Yeah,
there is something to that because
tell me 100% that y'all don't feel that shit. I'm going to tell you right now. I can tell JR. It took me a little while to figure out. Dawn actually got me started on following that. And your buddy Don, and I quit following it for a while, and it never, popped up on my page or nothing like that. Well, when I started having all these mood swings, y'all, listen. I'm at the age to where premenopause or whatever. I mean, that shit's gonna kick in soon if it ain't already. But this ain't that. This is literally like I would be fine, like middle of a conversation, and all of a sudden it's like. I just bottomed out. I would go just like switch personalities. Well, I found out that if I have something like that happen and I look, there's always a freaking either a massive solar flare, which puts, the EMF and stuff like that out. And it's like people that are sensitive, that messes with people. I've been having body aches.
You're like an antenna.
Nausea.
And the earth has a vibration and an energy. And
yes,
I guess some of us that you're probably more sensitive than I am, but I'll feel, something, I'm tired, hurting more than, normal. And I'll call Don. Of course, I follow the same page. And I'm like, hey, dude, what's going on this week? Well, he said, have you felt this way and this way and this way? I'm like, yeah, exactly. He said, well, it's the Schumann resonance, I think is what it's called. And you think about it, a simple way to explain it. I have a speaker, and I was playing a song over the speaker, and I put something in the microwave on the other side of the kitchen, and that microwave interfered with the Bluetooth. And I'm like, what is going on? And I don't stand next to the microwave anyway. It's kind of the same thing where
it'll catch your cable and everything out, which I mean, we don't use the microwave. We didn't even have one for a long time. I threw it out. And the only reason we have one now is just in case, JR has to use it every now and then. But we done without it for so long that he got used to not using it, and it just sits here. But you remember back in the day, whenever you'd turn it on, how if you had like rabbit ears or something, it would completely kick the TV out. Like it wouldn't work at all. It's the same thing. It's affecting the radio waves and everything in the air.
It's interfering. Yeah. And for some people in chat, it'll be like, what? But I was the same way. But once I started paying attention, like Heather was hurting all day yesterday, the night before. I was too. I was drained of energy. And then I looked, I'm like, let me check that. And, Misty, you were going through the same thing. So I don't know, but you listen to Mr.
Roger. Sorry, I wasn't trying to cut you off. When that happened, y'all, listen, I've dealt with depression. I've dealt with all kinds. I mean, I have not had no perfect life. And I'm telling you, it's been hard from day one. I know everybody has a hard life. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying, how do I put this without sounding like I better not say that. I better not say that. Never mind.
Look, here's the wonderful thing. Here's what you got to look at, Misty, and this is what for most people. This goes for a lot of people. I've lived through some tragedy, a lot of it, but at the end of the day, you got to look around and say that that's what made you the person that you are. And when you're proud of that person, you can be proud of what you came through and overcame. That's where it comes in.
when that happened the other day and I sent that message or whatever a couple days ago about how, I mean, I was upset. I had been bawling and crying. And I mean, this went on for like 2 days and it was off and on. I was fine. And then I would just be upset. And y'all, I am one that my mind never shuts off. I mean, I told JR and several people, I wish you could spend 24 hours in my head and just see how this shit never stops. Wow. I have like so many thoughts at one time of that's how I wind up with so many projects because what am I going to have for supper? What am I going to build? What am I going to do this? How am I going to do the chickens? I got to change this for this. I got to go work on the garden. I mean, it's like all these things and voices is just like telling me all this shit that I got to get done. And it's like it never stops, even sleeping. Like, I don't know about y'all that this happens to, but like even when I'm sleeping, I'll wake up to having just shit on my head. And it's stuff that I shouldn't even be dwelling on. And then I've noticed when that happens now to go look and see if there's been any kind of like major spikes or anything major happen, out in the atmosphere or whatever. And, when that happened that I was feeling I was done with everything. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I'm not one that I would harm myself, but don't think those thoughts didn't go through my mind because that's the type of stuff that I deal with when I get around negative people or negative energy being put out. Well, come to find out when I found out that all this was affecting me, when I got so bad the other day that I was crying and I was just done with all of it or whatever, there was a complete whiteout on that. Like it's blanked out. They don't even know what happened. Like it's like the whole thing just shut down for a little bit. And there was no anything to record. I mean, nobody knows. I had even done that.
So we need to do an experiment. Like if you had a small grain silo, kind of make a Faraday cage and put you a bed in there. When that stuff starts bothering you, go inside where that energy can't hit you.
That'd be crazy if that worked.
Yeah. Because I connect with Misty on that level too. Because I totally understand it. For a long time I didn't. I still don't know everything about it, but I, used to. I'm just having a bad day. But now you go check it and you're like, no wonder I'm having a bad day, and there's something to it.
Misty, when that starts flaring up like really bad, and I've told y'all for years that my mind, the way my mind works, that's the reason I don't sleep much because I can't get my mind to shut down. I have to be exhausted before I go to sleep. It's like you've got some dude on crack with a remote control of the TV and he's just flipping channels. It's just flip, 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 flip. And it's that way all the time. And it's like I'm thinking about a bunch of different things, and it's just like flashcards, flip, flip, flip. But with yours, like when it's really bad, take notice. And I mean, this is gonna sound weird for most people because they don't know in depth on you. When you're having those thoughts and your body, your mind is like you're hearing that voice in your mind of your thoughts. Are you hearing the Mexican lady or the British dude more or less?
You're muted.
Oh, she's muted. She's muted.
I said, listen, I already explained this to you once.
It looked like a good answer. I just don't know what it was.
Yeah.
It's like my little good and bad, my yin and yang and all that or whatever. One's British and one I can't understand. And listen, I'm not saying that picking fun. I swear I'm not. This is true.
Nail.
I am home alone all the time. I have to keep myself occupied. I am never bored, just so you know, by the way. But I hear a British man that talks to me and he tries to talk me into shit that I shouldn't be doing. He gives me brilliant ideas. I'm just going to tell you. I mean, the man's a genius, but at the same time, he's a troublemaker.
just spent all that time building up her credibility, and here she fucking goes.
Yeah, she's got
But then when he gets started, then I got this little old lady over here telling me, well, I don't know what the hell she's telling me, But obviously she's fussing about it, and she's fussing at him, and she's like, no, don't listen to what the hell he's saying. Like, he's trouble. Just stop. And so, but he sounds fun. I mean, he's got some good. Listen, I'm telling you, he's got some good ideas. Like,
y'all,
we get in some trouble.
At our store, you know, I had people that were creative, or the people might not believe this, but you look at people like Einstein and the higher IQs, and people that are geniuses in music or whatever have the same issues. So it's like it's like y'all need to go get tested. Yo, Carol, taco salad.
Roger, I brought you into this to have some semblance of control over this shit.
Well, you knew it was impossible. That's why you set me up. I knew when you told me. What was the guy's name? Mike Myers played the British guy. I kept getting.
Oh, the one that got in my bed.
She's got a miniature Austin Powers sitting on one shoulder.
Yeah.
And Nail on the other. No wonder you.
I got my mini man now over here. Nail
on the other. Just a swaying in the wind.
Back on the
and then the other character, get in my belly. You remember?
Fat bastard.
Fat bastard, yes. But no, back on the question he popped up a while ago. No, she did not try to harm herself and wasn't going to harm herself. It was just she was in bad thoughts. Oh, she knows if she tried to harm herself, we'd all come down there and kill her.
I would never. I would never. And I'm putting this out there just in case. I would never, trust me.
Now look, she may go on a spree of snuffing out other people, but her not much.
Yeah.
She intentionally wanders off in the woods whenever she knows boogers are there, but no, nothing strange about that.
Well, listen, it's because I feel like I'm supposed to. That's what I'm doing when I mean, not every time, but like I do walk off when I hear stuff sometimes. But it's almost like I feel like I'm supposed to go certain ways, and so I just do. And sometimes I wind up out of sight.
It's like having a psychic and a 5-year-old as your partner, both at the same time.
It's fun as hell, ain't
it? You know what? This right here, what our show, we just got
on her.
This has got to be what NASA felt like when they started shooting the monkeys into orbit.
Let's put a monkey in outer space. Somebody else was like, "That's a good damn idea," and that's exactly what we've done.
Oh my God!
Let's take this psychopath and put her out there with boogers in the middle of the woods.
That might explain a lot, because I've always felt like the monkey in outer space. I don't know.
No, you're not the monkey. You're supposed to be mission control, and you're screwing the pooch on that. Okay,
Houston, we have a definite problem.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
You got to try it again.
He didn't say shooting at monkeys.
No doubt.
Oh my God. No, see that he's the one that tells me stuff like it's okay, go pet the dog and all that. Like, it's fine. Like
put that down.
All these critters, they love you. Like
yes.
Oh my God! How about
somebody's got to do it?
I lost consciousness. Oh God!
Monkeys in outer space. that's a Night Owls episode right there.
I think I've seen that movie.
Oh,
It's like 7 Monkeys, but different and funnier.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. What's this big red button do? Push it.
Push it. Just do it. Just do it. Hit launch.
Mm. Oh my god. That'd be a good one for Kumbo. Reckon he's ever had it.
No doubt. Oh,
Okay.
Oh god.
We're over 2 hours.
They don't tell me to go off. The British guy or the other lady does not tell me to go off in the woods. They put me up to shit here at the house when I'm alone. Yep. That's
oh, so they're the one of them saving JR, another one wanting you to, yeah.
It's kind of like your husband's over there snoring, and you got the British guy going, you know that shit's getting on your nerves right now. I'm not going to try to do an accent because trust me, y'all don't want to hear that.
No, I do.
Like,
I definitely do.
Or
telling her how hard she's got to mash the pillow over his face.
Just throw it on him for a second. Just see what happens. Just leave it laying there. See if he wakes up.
Misty,
a little bit more pressure, love.
I'm not going to tell you how I know this, but all you got to do is get a fresh pepper seed and put it in one nostril and at a all end.
Oh my God!
I would not do that. But he would suck that down in his daggone lungs. I'm telling you, I wake him up all the time, and I'm like, JR, you're over there dying. Breathe.
I knew that the episode with Squirrel would go this way. I knew it would go this way.
It went a little better than I thought it would.
Me too.
She always pushes back, and you saw how hard she was pushing back.
Well, I mean, the whole start, I mean, it was like trying to get a weed eater that had been in storage for a year without any kind of fuel treatment in it going. It was 20 minutes of crank, 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 and just then finally, there it goes.
And the bad thing is she was probably testing us how much crap we put up.
You got to get me going first, get me warmed up.
You got to get warmed up, yeah.
Just like trying to suck start a drag car.
Don't even bring the suck start thing into this episode. We've got enough stuff going against us.
Hey, next hour, sex talk with Squirrel. Who's in?
Oh God.
Spencer, you got any questions?
She's loosened up now. That was her idea for the show. I was like, do you want to do the origin thing? She was like, no, we could start with like a whole new series, which is Sex Talk with Squirrel.
Yes.
Hey, listen, I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm going to be a counselor. I'm going to do a Dr. Ruth episode.
If anybody go back and look at some of the pictures she had, she's got her an outfit picked.
I could fix anybody's problems but my own.
Now I can't look at food pictures without looking at the background. Now.
It's tea, I swear. Hey, listen here. I'm a good fisherman. Don't you listen to what Larry Port says. He don't know what he's talking about. He took me out and he sabotaged me is what happened on that fishing trip.
Yeah, Larry don't know nothing about
fish. I catch some catfish, and he wouldn't give me no worms. He went through and he dug every one of them out from underneath the rocks. They wasn't a damn worm nowhere to be found there. How do you not have no worms under rocks or logs? I mean, I've never seen that before in my life, that you can't go out and find a daggone worm.
Ask the British.
I couldn't let they.
No doubt.
I tell you what you can do. You can pour vinegar in the ground. If there's any worms, they'll come on out.
Really?
Oh,
I learned that by accident one time. Yeah, they'll be dead, but at least
well,
you can still fish.
I didn't have no vinegar. I went fishing and sat there with my stepdad and Larry while everybody else was out having fun playing in the mud, getting stuck and towed by people in Jeeps. And about turning over and all that crap. And I was stuck with Larry's shitty ass. Oh, hateful Larry.
I need some of that swamp juice before I do my show. I want to be as giggleified as her.
Hey, look, I'm just gonna say this fact.
I get nervous. Y'all know that. It is what it is.
I wanna note this fact right here. Roger Williams is the first person that I've ever heard that caught fish with pickled worms.
Yep.
I learned that by accident. We had some stuff that needed taken out, and I went back there where the chickens are at, and I poured all this vinegar out. And man, you talking about they were shooting out of the ground. They didn't like that shit.
Oh, I guarantee if you ever pull, I better not say that either.
Go ahead.
Holy cow! You can't keep doing that. You're such a tease.
I would tell y'all something, but I ain't.
My nightstand money would say otherwise.
You're exposing all our secrets. Shut up.
Her secret.
It ain't much of a secret when she takes a picture of money laying on the nightstand and sends it.
What about the last picture that she sent just to see if we would pay attention to it?
Well, yeah.
Listen, hey, that experiment.
She's going to say that was JR's idea.
Oh, no, it was his idea 1,000%. And only one person even noticed out of probably 20.
That was funny. That's gonna be her outfit. That'll be her outfit for when she does the squirrel sex talk.
The Halloween edition.
Oh
Yeah.
Lord, no! Listen, hey,
I know.
I'd have to pay for that shit. I'm sorry.
I know. But hey, we're about being real. So
They can't be any more real.
Squirrel, are you done?
Are you done? You're the one that dragged me into this. I was trying to drink my tea in peace so y'all wouldn't make fun of it. Well,
First of all, you come up with this idea, not me. And secondly, you agreed to do this. And we all know why you had to go first.
Listen.
Now the pressure's off.
Because you made me, because this was your idea, and we didn't have a guest, and I said, Spencer, yes, it was. It was yours or Greg's one. And wasn't it? It might have been mine. I don't know.
No,
I am pretty sure.
I believe it's in the text thread, actually.
Yeah.
It was hers.
I'm sorry.
Now, having said that, we need to chronicleize or categorize, whatever you say. We need to do it all in like one thing, mostly because I'm tired of everybody emailing me and saying, hey, where do I find Greg's stuff? Which Greg takes up like 3 or 4 episodes to even scratch the surface on it. So it was a good idea to do it just like all under one heading. And we can put it on our channel, and then we can say, look, origins, and you can see all of it.
Yeah.
So it's like everything's so random. We're having this conversation, me and Misty, and it's funny. And then all of a sudden she sends me a gift that's got a penguin wearing glasses and a chef's hat ringing a bell, holding a dinner plate. And I still don't know what that means.
Well, okay, literally, what was it before that? I think you said something about me going to get eaten or something like that, going out about playing in the woods and taking off.
I'm the designated 911 caller. That's what I am.
And I was ringing the dinner bell because you.
But yeah. Oh my God. We won't get into that. But
yeah, we won't talk about them.
It's so you never know. I'll 400 missed messages. Who was that? And it'd be
there's not 400.
Greg,
come on,
Greg.
Roger.
I have seen 400.
I have literally woken up to missing 400 messages.
Yes,
you're full of it.
You said
you and Greg.
I've never heard 400.
In the word,
it's
I know it used to get so bad and shut your damn phone down, didn't it?
Yeah.
5,000 messages in 2 days, and this phone company's calling him.
Hey, in the words and spirit of Dewey Cox, guilty as charged.
All right.
There's been
anybody
lot
got any
of
questions? I love you. I got shit to do.
Oh, everybody's got questions.
She got mad and took a tractor and snatched the porch off the house, and then JR is having to build it back.
That's what he's out there doing right now.
They're going in the house on a step ladder.
Yeah.
I've done that this morning before the show. I got the tractor out and tore the porch down.
She
You
said,
give her a tractor and she's just gonna do shit like that. Told y'all.
I'll give her credit. I give her credit. She ain't had it stuck in a while.
That's true. She ain't broke nothing in a while.
she learned
You're
how
right.
learn not to kick a thorn tree either.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I tell you, I do some stupid shit. I do stuff where I think it's like my mind and my thoughts, they don't connect together sometimes. And I just
My mind and my thoughts don't connect together.
Hey,
We're back into I didn't see her here till I was 4 or 5 years old.
dude, there for a while, she could have tore up a blacksmith's anvil with a rotten banana.
Every week.
Yeah. It was like
tiller, more. I put a brand new tractor off in the damn creek and had to pull it out with the Jeep. Oh yeah, JR had to come hook the daggone tow strap up and that was scary because I had to still sit on the tractor while he was doing that and try to steer it out. And I was nervous.
Answer 3D's question.
Sherry is Donna's youngest daughter is which is Jennifer. A couple of Jennifer's daughters, I don't know if both of them are, but I know one of them is. My daughters are. My mom wasn't. So my youngest daughter is more sensitive than the oldest one. And Sherry, I think, is probably the most sensitive. She's the oldest. I'm the oldest. Caitlin senses stuff, my sister. But I think I may a little bit more than her. But most of the women do. Just very few of them don't. But most of the men don't. And only 1 or 2 of them do.
Do you think it's bloodline then?
I don't, honestly, I mean, I don't want to say that it is or it ain't. I don't know. I don't know that it's bloodline or I mean, we've often wondered if it has been pretty much some kind of like generational curse or family curse or, something like that more than.
How long has the land been in the family?
That I don't know, Roger. I really don't know about that. I know there used to be a whole lot more of it, like a lot of acreage compared to what there is now. And it got sold a little at a time until now it's just like, a few acres.
Well, can I just point out, though, the dream, which I've heard you tell several times, the dream about the thing coming and claiming you and saying that you're mine. That does just my opinion, that does sound more like a generational curse thing.
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there.
But also, I've also wondered, me and Greg's kind of talked about this some too. And not that I think that I am any more special than anybody. And I do not mean that this way. This is just kind of the stuff that we all, bounce off each other. If it's not a curse or it's not something that's attached to the land, when are you most vulnerable? It's as a child, Yeah. So if your spirit, your soul, everything, I mean, you're innocent, I mean, in my opinion, you're innocent as a child. You don't know the world as being the way that it is, if the devil can get you when you're young and he doesn't have to work for it, is there a reason? I mean, just like all of us coming together,
that's pretty good.
Is it more spiritual? And, maybe some of us has got a little bit brighter light than others, or, our purpose is already set in stone, even though we don't know it. The world already knows what we're going to do from minute to minute, day to day. I mean, this is already pre-planned. Was all of us coming together or, doing a podcast that makes people laugh a little bit, plus gets the truth out and everything else, that's putting kind of love and light out. You get what I'm saying? Like versus how negative and evil the world is anymore. It gives people something to do other than sit and watch the news and dwell on shit. You can have a good laugh for an hour or two with people that you get to know as friends and family. And if you can get something, a piece of that puzzle took away before it's all put together and you don't realize that puzzle piece is missing, you're going to get to the end of it and then realize that there's something gone that, that you got to have. And if they can get to, little kids or even people when they're down, that's how when you're down on your luck and you're not right in your heart or whatever, and that's when you're most vulnerable to anything that is looking to attach to you. And same with the devil. If the devil knows that you're a child of God and he can get you, and what if I'd agreed to that? Maybe I didn't have to have some kind of soul contract or whatever. Just me agreeing, your words and actions are way more powerful than what people think. What if I'd have reached out and offered, extended my hand to him or said, okay, whatever. Things might have turned out different,
Well,
and the devil's not going to try for something that he's already got.
Exactly.
Then you look at everything that we've all been through, everything that the people in chat been through from all over the world led us to right here. That's what I've realized. Spencer, I can say accidentally got introduced to this, but he's learned a lot. A video came on after, just randomly years ago, and all of us have been through things, but all of us have survived those things. I don't know the answer, but that's Misty. That was very good, thought provoking, and I don't know why you don't do that more, but but there is a side to this. And that
I have my moments, Roger.
No, I'm impressed that you ain't went and peed yet after drinking a gallon of.
Okay.
But
yeah,
that I don't take much to impress me though, so I had to put that out there.
Well, look, if I told you I was wearing a diaper, I'd be lying. But
the floor's wet.
I agree,
I'm
Chair.
sorry. I'm really not.
Yeah.
But hey, I've told Misty many times, and like I said, me and her, we've talked about this. And for me, I just, it makes me feel like what she went through as a child. And I've told her this over and over, that it's possibly that she was perceived as a threat one day, that maybe something in her spirit or whatever, that it was being seen that she was a threat. And what's the enemy do? It goes after the threat to try to eliminate it before it gets out of control. Yeah. And that, for me, that I mean, that just makes sense on all kind of levels. And like she just said, if the devil's done got you, he's not chasing you around. That's the reason you see people that live hard and fast, and you see all these people that drug addicts and abusive and just mean people, and nothing bad ever happens to them. Doesn't seem like till it finally ends them, because they'll have I see people all the time that have horrific car crashes, and it'll be some. I'm not making fun of people and I'm not making light of it, but it's people that are really rough people, and they don't never get hurt. They don't, nothing bad, nothing ever happens to them. They don't, it's like, they got, instead of 9 lives, they got 90 lives. And you see somebody out here trying to live right and do right and faith in the Lord, and it's every time they turn around, they're getting their teeth knocked out, or, the rug pulled out from under them. But there again, the devil goes after the people that he don't have. He's trying to bring you down, and he's trying to make you turn against God. And it's spiritual warfare, y'all. And spiritual warfare is around us in every direction you look. Every direction.
If it can't get to you, I promise you, it will try any way to get to anybody around you that you're close to. One way or the other, it will try to get to you, and you have to know it. Your family has to know it, and y'all have to be strong enough to stand together and not let shit bother you. Because I'm telling you right now, once it realizes what it can use against you, that'll affect you, the stuff that'll keep on your mind and that will keep your energy, vibration, and stuff down, That's the shit that you'll sit and dwell on. That's the stuff that all this negative, negative, I can't even talk, negative energy and, negative beings will try to keep pushing on you, is the stuff that it knows 100% that if it runs through your mind and you think about it and it bothers you and it makes you mad, it makes you cry, it makes you angry, that changes your energy vibration right then. And they feed off that kind of stuff. And that's when they can break you down a little at a time until they get you just to the point to where you're hopeless. Nobody should ever feel hopeless. That there's nothing in this world that should ever pain, sorrow. I'm telling you right now. I mean, there's stuff that I've not experienced, and I hope to God I never do, like the loss of a child or anything like that I know some have. I couldn't imagine. And it hurts, and I'm sure it hurts everybody every single day. And y'all know as well as I do, anybody that's ever lost anybody, it gets a little easier as time goes on. Same thing with a heartbreak. You might get a divorce or whatever, and it's hard. And people think, well, I'm just done. I can't live without this person. I can't. I just can't go on. That's not true. No, nobody should ever feel that way. That is the devil trying to get to you when you're at your lowest, and don't ever let stuff like that get to you. Find somebody you can talk to. I don't care if it's a hotline. I don't care if it's your neighbor, whatever. If it's somebody you can trust to sit down and pour your heart out to and tell what's going on, man, it helps you more than y'all could ever know to get that off your chest. Don't sit and hold that stuff in, I'm telling you, because that right there, that's what stuff wants you to do. It wants you to not have somebody that you can confide in, or hit your knees and pray. What? I don't know. Most of y'all probably believe in, the Lord and stuff, but if you don't, go talk to somebody else or whatever. Maybe you'll become a believer when you see that, how good it helps to pray about things. I don't know. I'm not trying to preach. I ain't no preacher. I'm just saying, I'm just telling y'all what helps me, because I know I get to the point sometimes to where I'll be fine. And then I'll just start. And I've always been this way since I was a kid. So it's not, premenopause or menopause. It's my emotions and just the way stuff hits me. I mean, I've been that way since I've been a child. Certain people could say stuff to me and it would break my heart and break me down. My papa being one of them. That man, I don't care. He could look at me cross-eyed and it would make me bawl thinking that I had done something that disappointed him. And it's like that with anybody. You just, anytime you feel like you're getting down or whatever, go outside. Go outside to put the radio on, change the station you're watching, change it to something more upbeat. I promise you, get your mind off of it for just a second. Idle hands is a devil's playground. Same with your mind. You cannot sit and just dwell on shit. You got to just get out and get away from it and get your spirits back up. I'm telling you, because it makes a huge difference. It's like spiritual. Well, so damn funny looking. I can't help but damn laugh and be funny and happy.
Well, Greg bringing that up.
Smile you got.
Greg bringing that up. I'm thinking about what he said about if it doesn't have you, and Misty says it goes. If you look, you're shown this stuff all the time in movies and stories. You can take Spider-Man, Superman, or whatever. The people can't hurt them. They always go after what they care about, right? And that I never thought about it like that because it was just a movie or whatever. But that's a deep right there. I don't know what I'm trying to say. It just kind of struck me.
That's me, Roger. I'm not good with words. Y'all know that. I can't even say half of them. So
you're doing pretty good today.
Yes.
I'm just saying I'm not a good speaker. And that's one reason why I don't talk on the show a lot. I hear things in my mind and I can explain stuff to myself. But when I go to talk to other people, I've never been a good speaker. I would take zeros in class instead of having to get up and speak in front of people, because once I start talking, it's like I get nervous and I forget what I'm trying to say. I really do.
But you can do it. It's you that's holding you back. It's nothing else, because you've done it today and I've been impressed.
Phenomenally. Yes.
Yep. There was nothing wrong.
If it wasn't with you guys, I wouldn't be as comfortable. Y'all know that, because I already said, you're just like, don't be nervous. Spencer gave me a pep talk. Don't be nervous. I said, well, I ain't nervous about y'all because, I can tell y'all to stuff it and be fine, and not feel bad about it.
She tells us more than we want to know sometimes.
Yeah. Yep.
Hey.
Look, 3D, I'm telling you, look, this is what I was trying to say. Look here, we'll do some different little categories on the night out.
Oh my God.
And
And
100%, we need to.
there will be more night owls coming up soon, y'all. It's got to be planned and organized.
Why?
When have we ever done any show planned and organized?
I mean, the scheduling for it.
That's
Schedule, maybe.
If we plan something, it just makes Misty nervous.
Ain't that the truth?
I am not a planner.
Yes, the other voices.
The preacher squirrel.
Hey, I thought you done really good with that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, thank you for.
That was the Spanish lady. She was helping me along with that one. She had the British guy tied up somewhere over in the corner. She wasn't letting him talk on this one.
Yes.
I hope y'all know I'm joking.
Now, like, she comes off the top rope on herself. She you could have ended it right there, and everybody be like, "Oh man, that was so what? Wait, what?"
Oh,
It's funny.
hey,
I want to hear her do a Spanish accent of that lady because she can't pronounce like 20 out of every 100 words. I want to hear her try to do it in Spanish.
Yeah,
Well,
I
look.
hear them in my.
How do you know? How do you know?
My
How do you know?
accent is so strong. I have not got no kind of nothing other than what y'all are hearing right now. This is what you get because there's just nothing else that goes with it. I've tried.
That's what's so fun. When you turn it loose, you become yourself, and we understand everything you're saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, what was
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
My mama sent some food over. She sent some cake.
that?
Oh, man.
Scott will be showing up at your house in about 30 minutes.
God, I got chocolate cake. It ain't taped up.
And it ain't taped up.
Within 5 minutes, the curtain's going to pull back. Scott Ted's going to come in there.
Coming out of a portal. Give you
Yeah.
the cake.
And I'm just impressed they gave you the opportunity to come on the show inside the jail there. You look like you're in a
Exactly.
interrogation room.
That's what I said. I was afraid y'all was hearing the construction that was going on the other room beside of me. These ain't very padded, not like they say they are.
Really, those lines that you see behind her in the background, that's not designs. That's the light and the bars behind her throwing a shadow on
That's
her.
right.
I've got see-through curtains. I'm sitting in front of I'm actually where I always do the podcast, but I'm sitting in front of the sliding glass door. Today, JR's working on the porch, so I had to come back to the back end of the house. And so I was sitting in front of the sliding glass door, and where the lights on that side, it was coming through the curtain. So I was like, we got to hang a blanket or something up right quick so I can sit here. I said, I'm going to literally look like I'm down in a jail cell or sitting in front of a brick wall waiting to get.
I gotta ask a question. I gotta ask this question because I know I'm not the only person that's got this question. What the hell purpose does see-through curtains have?
They're not well, I guess they are completely see-through, but the way my porch is, nobody can see anything because I actually built a privacy wall.
Make that make sense.
I've never saw see-through curtains.
Hold up. Wait. I don't want to knock it down. I don't know what you can see. Can you see the wall?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, straight across behind that wall is where my mama and papa's house is, where my mom's house is, and then where my mom's neighbors are. And it's like a 2-story house. It's the one that's got, I better not get into all that. But anyways, that wall got built for a reason because I do have see-through curtains.
So you got see-through curtains, knowing people could see through, and then you were like, well, shit, that's not going to work. So you built a privacy wall.
Well, don't you like a little sunlight?
And then on top of that, you're like, but I got see-through curtains still. So let me put up a blanket or curtains over top of the see-through curtains.
So you can't see
in
through
the
the curtain.
privacy wall.
Well, no, I literally just hung.
Are you
going to
put a window in the privacy wall and then build like a brick wall in front of that? I mean,
answer. This is how this shit works. This is what I try to tell you. You just got to roll with it, okay? You just got to learn how this shit works. That is because I like my see-through curtains, but I don't like to be looked at. But if I want to walk by, I want to be able to look without having to move my curtains, so I can still see out. I'm getting a little bit of sunlight in,
But you still put something in front of the see-through curtain.
Huh?
That's called Misty splaining.
Squirrel splaining.
Here's what I'm getting ready for, and you two better be getting ready for it too. We know what JR's doing, and Misty's going to send us a bunch of deck pics.
Yeah.
Looks like a big dick.
Yeah.
No, I got stuck with a small one, but it'll make do.
Hey, look.
Cut the show now before the comments come in.
Look.
I had to tear down the big one and take the little one because that's just what I gotta have right now just to make shit work so I can get in and out.
Look, that's called shrinkage.
Is it cold outside where you are?
You get what you get when you're dealing with inflation. So,
and there goes the inflation comment.
Oh my God!
You take down the privacy wall, and make that the floor.
Yeah.
Recycle.
I'm about to have to recycle these porches into the trash because they're gonna have to be redone too.
Yeah, like.
Oh my God.
But yeah, I'll send you some deck pics for sure. It ain't big, but trust me, it'll get the job done.
Whenever your Facebook Messenger gets blown up after this, I don't want to hear no complaining.
Oh, damn it.
Unsolicited deck pics.
What was it? Just Misty, what you got to do to make it look better is trim the hedges.
Yeah.
Make it look bigger.
I done mowed them all down. They ain't shit out there. I done took care of all that. Hey, look, you clean all that crap down. It's just like mowing your yard. You get out there and you mow your yard. How much bigger does it look? Little advice for all y'all. Roger's dead.
Wind in the wind.
I'm purposely not look. I'm not looking at the comments.
This is what I know, right? 3D.
Oh my God. Look, hey, before we forget,
my ribs are hurting.
Spencer, don't forget to tell them about Sherry's podcast tonight.
Sherry's show is at 6 p.m. tonight Eastern, so 40 minutes, y'all. Jump over there and watch that. Squirrel, thank you. Good job. Roger, thank you for doing it.
Very welcome.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Roger.
You're welcome.
Appreciate y'all. Hey, I'd rather talk to y'all. I love everybody. I've been on their shows or whatever, but I'd rather do it with y'all than anybody.
Well, you can go change your diaper.
Y'all are my
now.
favorite ones. I'll be expecting that money
Look
later.
at Spencer's blushing.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Only Squirrel would end it with the trimming hedges and a bigger deck pick. Okay. Everybody that was on here today, thank you very much. We appreciate it, y'all. Hope you got something out of this. I'm sure that you did. Everybody loves Squirrel. Squirrel, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Hey, I appreciate y'all sitting and listening to me ramble for, God, we've been on almost 3 hours.
It's been fun, though.
I will do it. Look, I ain't scared. Don't think I won't talk to you about it.
No, for the love of God.
We know.
We all know. We all know. You're setting up a whole separate
marriages. Y'all got some problems. We'll talk about it.
She means that. All right.
100%. I mean it.
Big love, everybody.
Love y'all. See you next time.
Bye, y'all. Thanks. I love you. Have a good Sunday. Hey,
Adios,
full moon
Misty.
tonight. Full moon tonight. Blue moon.
Hope
Bye.
I hope we
Just
can
saying
see
to
it.
you, Roger, sing Blue Moon to us as we go out.
I can't sing.
Oh.
Come on, Spencer.
No.
I only know 2 words of that song.
Yeah, Blue Moon. Bye.
Oh, man, look at
On the computer, you have to hit okay. Anyway.
Just turn me on, turn me up, and turn me loose.